Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's Freaky Friday. We are here, of course, with the Skeleton Crew coming around. Steve and I have been together since the very beginning of this thing, and the beginning of this thing is isolation. I think this is the end of week 15, so we're coming up on 4 months, 5 days a week streaming, and I'm going a little insane. I go back and forth from like, oh yeah, this is fine. You do. You have your party shirt on. Me too. This is my celebratory Friday shirt.
But it's not quite as deep as the other V's. That's how you know it's the party shirt.
There it is.
That's right.
Actually, I think the party shirt would be the deepest of V's, right? I should have a V-neck that comes real. It's a deep cut.
That's like your Hulk Hogan V, man.
That's right. Ready to rip in half. But ultimately, this has been quite a journey. We started with Arkham 5 days, and we're in the middle now of the Return to Dunwich campaign, and we're going to be taking a quick trip to the Miskatonic Museum. I hear it's a lovely little place. I hear it's a lovely little place, and I'm playing Zoe Samaris. It's the exact opposite of every deck I've played so far, which is this is designed to be a direct damage. I don't care about tests style of deck, and I'm loving it. I got the survival knife up in here. I'm going to link to our deck list in a second on ArkhamDB for people who have been asking to see those. And you're playing Old Man Withers.
I'm playing Norman Withers. I'm loving Norman. And
Storm and Norman, as we affectionately call him?
Yeah, I'll tell you why. Because it's just, from what I can tell at this point, it's just fundamentals. Like, I took him in a worse direction just by having open gate in here because it's hilarious. But if you really just wanted to play Norman well, he just plays fundies well. He gets an extra card in his hand basically every turn. He gets a 1 credit discount every turn. And aside from that, it's just cards and money. That's what he's doing. So it's been fascinating.
Man.
It's been fascinating to watch it play, and the way that you can deck build this is basically I want to make sure all my cards either have 1 cost or more. I want to make sure as many cards as possible are fast so that I can play them immediately off the top of my deck for free. And then I just want to do fundies, and so I put those Mists of Riley in. So I'm going to be evading way better than I have been, which is
good.
My one stat is pretty easy to do better.
It's a good sign that old Man Withers needs to be able to get around just Scooby-Doo around door to door.
Yeah, so I've got the evades. I've got the fingerprint kit to get double clues. Now, I can't go into advanced secret cards, so that's the only tool that I have to get multiple clues in a turn if I don't run the arcane spells to do it, which I don't think is necessary. And so now it's just about, playing fundies. Protective Incantation to make the bag a little bit better. Time Warps eventually going in there. Emergency Caches to refill my fingerprint kit. And something worth noting, you guys caught it eventually on the comments, that Protective Incantation, I thought that it said, and again, reading the cards is important. Hans told us years ago. Thought that it said pay 1 at the end of the round. It says pay 1 at the end of your turn, which means that the math is a little bit so you
have to have the resource before you gain the resource for your turn.
Yeah, so you've got to be able to basically have 1 at the end. Of course, with the professor, the bustedly good professor gives you a resource. Here he is. Christopher. Milan Christopher giving you 1 money every time when you investigate that turn. Not every time. It used to be every time. Can you believe that? Did you see that?
No.
It used to be every time you successfully investigate, get a money.
Not just the first time.
And then every seeker, I was at the table with seekers, and I was like, why am I here? I don't understand this. And then they errated it to once per turn.
That makes sense.
Obviously.
That's a crazy card.
What's up, guys? Hello, everybody at the chat. Can't wait to spend the Miskatonic Museum moment here with you. And we were looking at those starter decks. Chris Hodevec mentioning this. Is that the one that has the advanced backpack in it?
No. So there's an advanced backpack, and there's also an advanced survival knife, which I'm super pumped about.
An advanced survival knife and an advanced backpack?
Yeah, and they both come in the Return to Forgotten Age box, which is due out at some point in the next month or 2.
Oh my
so
gosh.
My goal is to string this campaign out long enough that we will get that release, and I will be able to upgrade to the advanced survival knife.
What does that one do? Have you seen it?
It's amazing. Is
it more damage or more pluses?
I think it's cheaper, more damage, and it doesn't require them to attack you first.
In the enemy phase?
Yeah.
So wait, does it work on attacks of opportunity or something?
Let me just look.
Let's find it. From Yorkshire, Liam, what's up? All the way from Yorkshire, isn't that crazy? We're sitting here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. There's a storm outside, and we're talking to the UK.
They got it.
We got it, okay. And the USPS is coming in every day, and
we're just living the dream.
Business as usual.
So the Return to
not wearing a
box.
mask, you know.
Let me look.
Just more of the same.
Where is it at? I'm almost there. There it is. All right, that's 2 cost, 2 experience.
Should we look at it together? Can you full
yeah,
screen?
I can full screen it. 2 cost, 2 experience. Fight action, you get +2 for the fight instead of +1. Reaction, when an enemy attacks you during the enemy phase, before resolving the attack, exhaust survival knife, fight. This attack targets the attacking enemy. You get +2 instead of +1,
gosh.
and you do plus damage.
It's before resolving the attack?
Before the damage.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good. Because the normal survival knife, which I think can pop up on the screen next to this one.
I don't know. I think it hits my face if we do it that way.
So the normal survival knife, I'll just pull it out of my deck here, which I thought was good enough to run anyway. No experience, of course. Gives you +1, and you still get +2, +1 on the damage, but you have to take the attack first.
Wow, that is so good.
Way off my screen? I just got to make sure.
So good. You can go back to your secret planning document.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's supposed to be out soon, and we have a couple things happening. Someone mentioned in chat asking about Farcom Horror, which is a thing we're going to be a part of.
Let's talk about it.
It's Arkham with an F in front, Farcom Horror. They're doing it the week Gen Con is supposed to be happening. We're kicking things off. I didn't know we were the premiere.
I didn't appreciate that either.
So it's 11 o'clock. We're going to be doing a stream on 11 o'clock the Thursday, like the last week of July, and we're doing a special, I believe this has been announced.
Yes.
We're doing the fan created by one of the hosts over there.
Consternation on the Constellation. They designed it for Gen Con 2019. One of the people in charge also helped with Night at the Excelsior Hotel.
Which is one of the best scenarios I've played.
Which I didn't fully appreciate. That that you guys see that little weird fictional thing where they were in like the cave and Matt Newman was involved.
They did the video about
and
it.
They did the video. I thought that was a great video, honestly. It could have been a bad video. It could have been too campy, too weird, too awful. It was actually very well done. So that was the whole Night at the Excelsior Hotel crew.
Promoting
and
that thing. Yeah.
Also had a hand in the, we're on a cruise ship called the Constellation.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're on a cruise ship, and then it gets, from what I can tell, attacked by like fish people. So it's Innsmouthy as well.
Very cool. So we're going to be
theme.
taking these investigators that week, and we're going to play on Thursday instead, and we're going to have kind of like a side quest, like you would insert like a thing.
2 experience apiece for us to do it.
It
costs 2 experience to go, but then we might get more on the way out.
We will. So. I got that delve too deep. But I'm hoping that extends our schedule by a week. Now, also, this is a fair warning. I want to break some news to people that are watching and let them down gently. Also, another thing that's going to extend our campaign a little bit is that next week, Steven is actually going to be gone on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah,
so we won't be doing Freaky Friday next week. We won't be doing Cthulhu Thursday either, or Wicked Wednesday. There will be no Arkham next week.
Gosh.
Is the thing. I'll be attempting to explore some solo streaming, and it won't involve Arkham, unfortunately, but part of it is a little selfish in that I'm trying to buy some time so we can get that Return to Forgotten Age, so that I can then upgrade to the Advanced Survival Knife by the end of this campaign.
But even though you won't be seeing Arkham, please come hang out with Zach on a solo stream. He's going to need all of your help. He's going to need everything that you can give him.
It'll either be the first of many or the last of any. It'll either end quickly and it'll be like, yep, not doing that again, or it'll be interesting. I kind of had a little practice on the. There was a champion stream where we're playing Rhino Heroic early, and then you had to leave. And it was a weird day altogether, and I wasn't prepared for the fact that I was going to be flying solo. I hadn't thought about it, and I got in, and I just started grinding out games really quick because I was dying against Rhino in like 1 or 2 turns.
Yep.
And then eventually I caught my breath, and I was like, oh, I'm just hanging out, and I'm going to interact a lot with chat and have a good time.
It's just like normal life. You just have to talk to yourself more.
That's right.
Keep that in mind. So if you could, anybody who's interested in Farcom Con 2020, it's free to register. Roll over to, it's an aggressive book hit there. Roll over.
I'm not the only one that treats them like Bane.
All you got to do is just Google it. Just Farcom Con 2020 Mythos Busters. Some combination of those words will find it. Sign up. It's very helpful for them to know how many people are going to be attending. They can use that for various promotional purposes, maybe get advertisers, etc. So it'd be really helpful for all of us involved in this, and just as a general Arkham community, to blow this thing up and make it big. I think they've already got in the many hundreds of people that are going to be watching that.
They've honestly done a tremendous job. Listening to some of their podcasts, the community they've built has been really impressive, and I think they do a lot for this community. So if you're not involved, I think that's a great way to start learning about what's going on. I'm really excited. I'm honored that we get to kick the thing off.
I'm honored too.
I think that'll be a really good time.
Fantastic.
And it'll be super fun. And I also want to shout out real quick. everyone on chat who's here with us, just appreciate you being here. And everyone who has continued signing up for Arkham Horror pack and product subscriptions, buying the boards. I'm using this Carcosa board here. I just bought mine. This is actually mine. I own it, which I'm excited about. We released this a couple weeks ago. I'm just going to make it reflect in the thing. It's hard.
Wait, hold on, I got it.
Oh, yeah, it's not even happening. That's my screen again.
Yeah.
No, you're on my screen.
Oh, no, that's right.
So you have
guys
global
can see yourself
chat.
chatting, huh?
And then there it is. I was just showing it to myself.
We got some good reviews coming in.
You can actually see it in the small screen. I didn't realize that you can see it glowing.
Yeah,
that's super cool. Anyways,
that helps us out tremendously. Any of those purchases, you're on the fence on that. I mean, that'll
all the Mythos tokens and board purchases, the subscriptions, the content members. You guys, we've done a lot of Arkham. We had the whole week up front of Arkham. People watching Arkham was the reason that we created the content membership in the first place. People asking about that. So huge shout out to all of you for allowing this to be possible. You were saying this yesterday, and this is why I was started down this path of conversation, which is like basically just how fortunate we are as people to get to play a weekly Arkham stream.
Yeah.
Or a weekly session of Arkham, and
That's
we get
dream.
to play it with hundreds and thousands of people, not hundreds of thousands, but eventually thousands of people watch each of these streams.
Hundreds, thousands.
To just get to play it and experience it, I've had we're almost 4 months in. And like, it's been so great.
And you've started from zero, basically.
Yeah, just going from literally 0 to 60.
You're a veteran. You probably played more Arkham than most people who own the game at this point,
Which
right?
is crazy to think about.
I mean, think about how much we had that first week was 5 sessions.
That was probably 40 hours, and then like
14 more sessions after that.
So I'm at like probably 100 plus hours or more of playing.
Very nice. And you added a very important moment of practicing cracking the spine on this book.
It looks just fine, dude.
So Chris, luckily Chris Hodovec said, don't worry, it wasn't very expensive. So that's good.
I love this. Phyllis Master says, the solo stream is the perfect opportunity for flesh and blood story time, Zach. Reading that book that people can't get. That's actually not an awful idea. You never know. I might. So people are asking what I'm thinking about doing for that, just as a little preview. This is what I'm thinking. It's not final. It'll be final when it goes up on social this weekend. For Throwback Thursday, I'm looking at revisiting the Middle Earth CCG. Because there's solo variants, but also
weird.
Also I'm
weird now.
I'm looking at deck building for the first time in that game, and it's actually just a mind bending. It reminds me of when I first hit Skytear, where it's just like next level. But throwing back to that and just like trying to build a deck, and then also exploring what solo looks like in that game.
You can do deck building for Flesh and Blood or Skytear as well.
That's what I was going to do on Friday.
Yeah,
so
very nice.
Friday I'm looking at potentially opening a couple more boxes of Flesh and Blood, and then doing
Without me?
an extensive deck building process.
Okay.
For the various, because like I haven't ever really deck built for that game, like really beyond sealed.
That'd be fun.
And just kind of explore and chat it out, you know.
Yeah, just talk. There's gonna be
out.
some people in chat that have some good advice for you. Shout out to Ben Sweeney real quick. Said just ordered a Forgotten Age board, player tokens, and Mythos tokens. Ben, thank you so much for that. Matthew Nupp just received some Katana sleeves today from TC. That's great. I hope you like them, Matthew. Let us know, because we're all in on them now, and we interviewed the guys from Ultimate Guard last Gamma, and we've talked to them off and on. We just like their philosophy and kind of their driving ethos, I would say, for their business. So that's why we started looking at them, and really, really great products. Been very impressed with Ultimate Guard so far. Okay, Dunwich Legacy, are you ready?
Yes.
Now, do we draw before we do any of the book stuff?
Technically, yes, because
Let's go.
you don't know what's going on. We just know we're going to a museum.
Mads Peters said, finally got my tokens. Yes,
they
thank
were
you,
caught
Mads.
up in
I was
customs. That's so
checking
good.
on that every now and again. I see the comments sometimes. I think you had commented maybe on Twitter. Occasionally, we had an instance where I think it was 6 months later, somebody in the EU or the UK received their package. But like it just got stuck. There's a weird stasis somewhere between us and the rest of the world. About 1% of people are affected. USPS basically, at some point, something probably drops out of some kind of a barrel, or they don't use barrels anymore, I guess. It'd be more like a cart or something. And then, it probably sits there for a couple months. Someone's like, what's this? Puts it back in, and there it goes. So sometimes miracles do happen. If you've been waiting on products, they will show up.
Yeah, Matt says it took almost 3 months. I mean, I think that's the crazy thing. We also had, like, recently someone from Ireland order something on, like, a Friday, and it showed up on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it's like 3-day delivery.
Like,
what? We just put it in the same mail slot and see what happens. So what did we upgrade to, Liam? That's a good question. I got 2 Miss of Riley level 4. Oh my gosh, this is going to revolutionize my deck process. everything. We had 8 experience to spend.
Oh,
remember?
I was there.
What did you end up putting in?
I got Stick to the Plan, which
you're
cost me
set
6, and then I upgraded my second Beat Cop. I actually I'll link to again real quick, our 2 deck lists. That I think these are both very updated versions of our decks over on ArkhamDB for people that want to see the full boat. And then Spanner here saying technically
that makes sense.
You set up first before starting hand. Some scenarios take cards from your deck or change your draws, prevent mulligans, etc.
That does make sense. Yeah, that does make sense. I remember, I think we read it in the book, and maybe it was a little weird. I think I have one sleeve in here that's a little off. Is it this one?
We got extra.
Isn't that?
I like this. Isaac says,
Nope.
me plans my day around TC's Freaky Friday stream.
Awesome,
Also me
Isaac.
after the solo stream announcement. This emoji. Several times. For those watching it back that couldn't see the emoji.
Jeremy, My Forgotten Age took 1 month. Carcosa arrived in 2 weeks. Well, God bless you guys for giving it a shot.
And honestly, for just ordering stuff from us, that's awesome. Really appreciate it.
Here we go. So Miskatonic Museum is probably fine, but I saw those weird flying snake things on the cover, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. Several months ago, Armitage and his colleagues stopped. Now, can we get a refresher here? Do you remember what has happened so far?
Okay, so we went to the university because we were looking for Armitage.
Yes.
And then we found him cowered down and bound up, I think, in a closet in his office. And there were people creeping around.
There was that's not your own
remember
dreams?
we had the big creature on the university too that we ignored, and then he may or may not have slaughtered a bunch of college kids.
So we started with Armitage pouring a glass of Pinot. Noir, I imagine. And then he's saying the head librarian and a former mentor of yours contacted in hopes of gaining your assistance. Then we went there.
Who is that, Professor?
That would probably be Warren Rice. No, Francis Morgan and Warren Rice.
There was someone, you put him in your deck, right? Didn't
Yes,
we put someone in
I
your
have
deck?
Warren in my deck, yeah.
So then we found him in his office.
Worried he might be in trouble, yeah. Found him in
Then
his
we had to
office.
go resolve some gambling debts down at the Clover Club. Not really debts. We just had to go for some reason. Something tipped us off that direction.
Well, and then the monster showed up and we abandoned that. And then the kids were in danger and we didn't care. And then, but we found the professor, I think, and we saved him. Is that right?
Yeah, in the closet.
Yes, right on. Okay. So we didn't rescue the students, but we did save Professor Warren Rice. So then, let's see why we went to the house. Dr. Armitage suggested you track down Dr. Francis Morgan, who was likely at the Clover Club.
Yeah, and then we went there. You hit the slots. Just kidding. You played some poker.
I did. I played some good poker.
He played some good poker. I had a drink. Then the monster eventually showed up.
Yeah.
And before we could find, remember we were trying to get to that middle room. We went to the 2 on the outside, and one was an exit, and one was not. And then we ended up passing out and waking up.
That's right.
We're waking up now.
Yeah, we do a lot of waking up in this game. So let's zoom back. Looks like several months ago. Now, apparently, this is a little bit. Jay and the Lones are asking, what are we playing? We're playing Arkham Horror, the living card game. Join us. You can follow along with this. It's basically like watching a role-playing game or a choose-your-own-adventure.
Spanish says Armitage sent you after his 2 mates. You found one, didn't find the other. When you went back to Armitage, he was gone too, but you found some hidden notes.
Nice. Okay, several months ago, Armitage and his colleagues stopped a rampaging horror from tearing through Dunwich, a backwater town several hours north and west of Arkham. At first, you imagine this beast as a rabid bear or worse, but the professor's description of the creature paints a different picture. It all began when a man named Wilbur Whately, who you'll remember from Mythos, the collectible card game. Remember I had to do the Whateleys
were the
up on the
Whateleys,
hill?
yeah. Totally.
Entered the Orne Library looking for Olaus Wormius's Latin translation of a book called the Necronomicon. There's where your trouble begins. Wilbur already possessed a beaten-up English translation by Dr. John Dee, but it was insufficient for his purposes. Armitage turned the man away, fearing what use the strange man had for the book. Whately returned in secret, hoping to steal the book, but was attacked by a hound guarding the university. Armitage, that's strange. Why is there a hound guard? I didn't have a hound guarding my university.
Yeah,
did
me
you?
neither. I went to the wrong university.
I guess. Whately returned in secret, hoping to steal the book. Of course, Armitage, Rice, and Morgan later discovered Whately's body. A description of the foul corpse, semi-anthropomorphic and covered in fur, with a leathery hide and greenish-gray tentacles. Like a tentacly werewolf, it seems like. Causes you to question whether or not Whately was truly human. Yeah. Duh. The notes written by Dr. Armitage in the journal stress Whately's desire to get his hands on the Necronomicon for some terrible purpose. As you read on, it seems that Dr. Armitage brought the university's copy of the tome to Harold Walstead, the curator of the Miskatonic Museum. So the university's copy of the Necronomicon was taken to the Miskatonic Museum so that Harold could keep it safe, and it's in their restricted hall. Although you're worried about your mentor, you are equally worried that Armitage's kidnappers might get their hands on this Necronomicon. You decide to head to the museum to prevent them from acquiring it. So we cannot
So we gotta
let
go get the Necronomicon.
the kidnappers get the book.
Okay.
Scenario 2, Miskatonic Museum. Wait a minute. It's printed on the same, look, it's the same thing. Oh, wait. Hold on, it probably said to go to page 44, right? And then we continue to page 48. Okay. I may have read the wrong one there.
No, we're supposed to be on 44.
That does sound right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So then it tells you to skip to 48, though.
Yes.
Because it's like choose your own adventure. So these
Yeah,
are chapters that
yeah.
we didn't get to.
Okay. All right, I think we did that right. 40, setup. Gather all cards from the following encounter sets. The Miskatonic Museum, which is here, and we have added, we'll go to the table here. Let's get in here. So we've added the return to version of the symbol to the main version of the symbol. So we've got the Miskatonic Museum. Boom. Then we've got the dice. Can you hold this and do it gently, please?
Yeah, sure. Hang on, let's let the folks at home see the.
All right, so the dice are going to be in the Dunwich.
What up, Anesthesia Cat? Yes, you did tune in right on time.
Right on time.
Ben Sweeney says, if Harry Potter taught me anything, it's the restricted section of any library isn't really safe. Same with Doctor Strange. You're right.
Totally
it's restricted
fair.
for a reason.
Yeah. Then we've got the weird nose symbol.
Snout.
Snout. That's good. Oh, wait, and I'm supposed to swap some of these, so I need to make sure. So I've already got the door, the triangle, and the seashell, so I only need the snout left. Snout, snout, snout.
People asking about the
Snout,
book.
snout, snout.
Somewhere on Amazon, maybe? Or something. Print your own books,
I think
Barnes and
Reddit
Noble,
or
something.
somewhere. We do not endorse, condone,
Yeah,
legally,
it's not official,
etc.
et cetera, et cetera. Someone sent, Chris, a local player, gifted it to us knowing we were about to do this campaign. If you go to Reddit, I think you can search the subreddit and find where to get it. I don't know.
Use your internet powers.
And if you're a Fantasy Flight Games, I recommend printing these books and making a lot of money.
People would buy them.
I'd buy every one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, we did it.
This game randomly got, like, what happened? A year ago, have you been like, hey, a year from now, you're going to be obsessed with this game and be willing to buy everything?
You wouldn't believe me, would you?
Nope.
I kept saying it, though. Put one of the 2 administration offices into play and one of the 2 security offices into play and remove the other versions from the game. All right, so there should be find 2 administrative offices and 2 security offices, and then we'll randomly choose one and put the other one out of here. Yeah, it is, Mark. It's the entire Dunwich campaign in paperback.
Pick one.
This one. Wait,
Okay.
hold on. I saw the thing on that one. Do it again.
Oh.
I saw the back of it.
All right, pick one. Nope. You can look.
I'm trying to do it on camera. Put it in my pincers. Thank you.
This is gone. All right. Let me shuffle these. My pincers. All right, pick one. Oh. Who organized this? All right, pick one. You got it.
Okay, done. Then put the museum entrance and museum halls location into play. So find the museum entrance and halls and put them into play if you would, please. Don't look at them.
Yeah, I see the problem here.
Could be in here too.
Now I got museum entrance and museum halls.
That's it. All right, put those guys into play.
All right.
Okay. We're going to start at the museum entrance. Let's just put our characters here so we know. Set the 6, which is really 8, exhibit hall locations aside, because we added 2 for the return to, as a separate exhibit deck.
Got it.
To do this, perform the following. Okay, so this is important. Shuffle the exhibit hall, restricted hall, and 2 other random ones to form the bottom 3 cards, unrevealed side face up. So look for restricted hall, set it out, and then we'll get 2 random ones to put down there. Got them. All right, so put those 2, now shuffle those guys up, and then they'll form the bottom of the deck. Don't look at them though, because we want the restricted one probably up top, but don't say it. The old print of Miskatonic Museum, what does that mean? Is it like busted? Okay, put those down, that'll be the bottom, right?
Let me see the other ones.
And then here's your other ones. Then place the other 3 exhibit hall locations, other 5, on top in a random order. All of them should only show the unrevealed side so that we don't know which one is which.
Nailed it.
Set the following cards aside out of play.
I got you.
Harold. Harold Walsted, Adam Lynch, the Necronomicon,
Yep.
and Shadow Spawned.
Shadow Spawned, eh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is there just one copy of Shadow Spawn?
Should be one. And then do you have the Necronomicon? Does it say Olos Wormius's translation? There's not additional ones.
That's it, yeah.
Shuffle the remainder of the encounter decks to form the stuff.
You got stacks for me?
Stacks on stacks.
Are we the same person?
We've been around each other for
The shared
many
consciousness.
decades.
We've really been notching up how much time we're spending together lately, though.
Yeah. Okay, so we got to know that there shouldn't be a tan circle in the upper corner. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll figure out how that's wrong shortly.
See?
What should there be? Nothing? Just nothing?
Well, why is there 2 that don't have it?
Those are the return 2s. Yeah. Can't know that, though. All right, so now we have a special rules act called the Void, which we dealt with in the spoils yesterday.
If they had never said anything, I would have never noticed it. But now they're saying you shouldn't notice that.
Yeah.
What's up?
Some cards in this scenario reference an area called the Void. The Void is an out-of-play area next to the Act and Agenda deck, which the Hunting Horror enemy can enter and leave via card effects. While the Hunting Horror is in the Void, it is considered out of play and cannot be affected by players, cards, or investigator actions. So I imagine it's going to warp in and mess with us and then warp out, right?
All right, fine.
Classic boss fight. Okay, and now I'm going to put a card in here as a light bookmark, Chris, so we don't have to worry about that. Book is done. Bag is in. Now we've got a setup here of these locations. That goes to that. Goes back to that.
What up, Julian? Hope you're well, too. Welcome.
Let's see. Security office and administrative office. How do you even get here? You can't. Are these supposed to be out? I don't think they begin in play. Let me read the book again. How does anybody do this?
Carefully.
Okay. Into play at random. Remove the other versions of administrative and security. Then put the museum and museum hall. Okay. So I'm concerned.
Well, hold on.
How do we get here?
We start here.
Mm-hmm. Does it have a thing? Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the halls. Why would it? Are they revealed? That's rare. Arkham doesn't do, we don't know where this location goes. Test 5 to break down.
There's different setup on the back of the Return To card.
No, it's, set exhibit hall aside and randomly remove 2 exhibit hall from the game. Okay, hold on. Add the 2 new to the original 6. Set the restricted hall aside and randomly remove 2 from the game, then continue. Okay, so randomly remove 2 of the tan circles, yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so that's that. And then for the duration of the scenario, we've got weird stuff. When we're resolving text on Agenda 1B and Agenda 2B, the force stability on the next agenda is considered to be active. Okay, well, I'm sure that'll make sense at some point.
So people are saying just go with the locations, it'll make sense.
Okay.
So like we're in the entrance, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and just read it and flip it. This is museum entrance. The Miskatonic Museum is an opulent and stately building supported by expeditions funded by the university. Its sizable collection of exotic artifacts, curios, and art has drawn visitors from all over the country. Investigators at the museum entrance cannot gain resources. Take an action, resign. How important can a book really be anyway?
Do we still get our opening 5?
I assume.
I assume that too, because, I mean, I'm playing Arkham here.
And this is connected to the museum halls. And then I assume the museum halls will be connected to both of these, so we'll just deal with that.
We'll just leave them there. Okay.
Okay. Restricted. Are you ready for me to read these things?
Yeah, we'll get the, so we've got an exhibit deck. We can get this out of the shot and we'll put these up here.
Agenda 1A, restricted access. Dr. Armitage has given the university's Latin translation of the Necronomicon to his associate, Harold Walsted, the curator of the Miskatonic Museum University. Worried that someone might still be after the book, you have gone to the museum to recover it. Forced when hunting horror enters play, attach the set-aside copy of Shadow Spawn to it, or add 1 resource to Shadow Spawn if it is already attached.
Okay. That'll make sense at some point.
Finding a way inside, Act 1A. Unfortunately, the entrance to the museum is kept locked at this late hour. A security guard is visible through the building's front windows, oblivious to his surroundings. Perhaps you can find a way to get his attention and convince him to let you in.
Yeah, see if we can get it there, and I'm going to move this all up. I think we might have need room to roam down here in this space. So.
Worth saying before we get in, Miskatonic Museum on standard, the skull is -1 or -3 if the hunting horror is at your location. The hood is -1. If you fail, search the encounter deck, discard pile, and the void for hunting horror and spawn it at your location, if able. The hood brings out the horror.
Hood brings out the horror.
The tablet is -2. Return a clue to your location. The gas mask is -3. If you fail, discard an asset you control.
Do we have any of those in here?
Don't fail at a -3. We have tablets.
We've got a tablet and 2 skulls and a hood. So we don't need to worry about the gas mask. So -1 or 3 if there's the weird thing. -1, fail, things are bad. -2, return a clue.
Just don't
That's
fail.
an easy thing. -2, return a clue. -2, return a clue.
We do get the opening resources.
Pick up my shoe.
All right, I'm going to flip my top 5.
Yep, I've already done it. Oh, there's the miss. Miss and the doctor. Hello. I want that open gate on the top of the deck. Mind over matter. No. Vantage point. No. I want all of those to flip at the top. So.
I want none of these. I'm going to keep my blade.
Oh, yeah. Crack the case open. Don't need another
4
Christopher,
more.
but here we are.
There's my beat cop and my survival knife. What up?
Now, all I need is that fingerprint kit.
Do you ever remember that you start the game with a stick to the plan in with an emergency cache, a dynamite blast, and a heroic rescue on
Isn't
it?
that awesome? Doesn't it feel great? Man, that's a great hand, too.
Yeah, because I'm going to cache cop blade. Let's go.
Cash cop blade. You got an enchanted blade and a survival knife?
Yeah, I'll probably survival
Dang.
knife. I don't know yet.
And I've got to crack the case, so my turn could easily be Christopher, clue, crack the case. Now that's how to make some money.
Let's make some money. All right. Well, it seems like you have a plan. You want to conduct your plan?
I've got a plan. Okay, real quick, let's cover what we need to do. So to advance to the next stage...
2 clues.
2 clues, that's right.
So we have to basically bust in.
Okay.
We have to get the clues off the outside and find a way to get in.
Yeah, Norman was built for this.
But before you do that, how about let me go first so I can build, in case you advance it and then like...
Okay.
Because I think it has to auto-advance. It doesn't say that.
Ooh, I do have a shortcut here. Hold on a second. But if I get these 2 clues, and then maybe that means that this will flip and it'll unlock the museum halls, that means your turn could be, I could shortcut you into those museum halls.
I'm playing stuff either way.
Okay. Just play your stuff.
Because if I get my weapon and my beat cop down, I'm like set. And then we can spring into there next round.
Okay. Yeah, bring it on.
Because like we could also flip an enemy right off the top of the deck. And actually, if you go first, the monster might come out, so I'd want to have my stuff down before
Yeah,
the
that's
monster
fair.
comes out.
All right, hit it.
All right. I'm going to play from my stick to the plan and emergency cache. How about we just gain 3 money? Then I'll play a beat cop. Because he's good. And then...
Is that your upgraded? Yeah, it is.
they're both upgraded now.
It's good. And you got Calling in Favors in hand? Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Matthew, do we ever notice the cards shifting up top? I suppose they have. They're up top. I guess I don't even think about it.
There's a mild amount of that happening.
Does it happen with Dragon Shields?
Depends on the size of the cards, but not that I notably remember.
I
Sometimes.
don't remember that, yeah. Just too slippery.
All right, I played a beat cache, a beat cop, and a survival knife.
Oh, yeah, I can't crack the case because I can't gain money. You can't gain money either.
Oh,
Emergency
yeah,
cash.
that's
The
the problem.
rules. The rules, Zach.
This is why we can't have nice things.
The rules.
Um,
Have we changed our plan?
yeah, what I need you to do is get the clues and move me into the museum so that I can gain resources.
Yeah. I need to do the same for me. Man, why you do this, Arkham? This is awful. All right, fine. Let's play the Doctor.
Milan.
Second action. Let's do a test.
Don't fail me now. What are you at? 5, 6?
6 to 3.
Okay, it can only go so bad. Nailed it.
Last action. This is
Oh,
really,
you don't gain a buck.
No, this is really the strength of Norman. He just got a 5 natural. It's just funnies, man.
Yeah. It's good.
I actually knew that was gonna happen.
Auto fail,
I really did.
as you were saying.
I really
his
knew
five.
it. I mean, I just felt it deep in my bones.
Okay.
Can you get that thing?
Maybe.
What's your
Unlikely.
stat out of 2? Go to a 3. This is an awful, awful thing. You can try to break down the door. It's test 5. Just get that clue, would you?
I mean, I have no way.
I can give you +1.
I think that my best option, honestly, is play a beat cop,
Okay.
card.
Okay.
And-
Card first, then.
All right, that's right. Netrunner style. Draw a card. Okay. I'm going to draw another card.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been good. Like, first. Beat cop.
All right. Okay, so end of the turn, we can't gain money, but we will draw a card. Ooh, no stone unturned is good.
Okay.
Then we will go to the add 1 doom to the agenda there, and let's
Doom
take a
on.
bad card apiece.
I'll go first.
Don't call me Bones. Robert, that's hilarious.
Beyond the Veil. Surge. Revelation. Put Beyond the Veil into play in your threat area if there's no copy of Beyond the Veil in your threat area. Forced, if your deck has no cards in it, take 10 damage and discard Beyond the Veil.
That would kill you.
I'm good. Passage into the Veil. That art is creepy. Test 3 brain. I have a 4. It's not bad. This
Yeah,
test
we got
says
brains.
+2 difficulty of hunting horrors at your location. It's not. If I fail, I must either discard the top 5 cards in my deck or
It's one
take
of
a direct
those.
damage and deal. I have to test a book.
I'm glad I put Quantum Flux in here.
I'm at a 4 to 3.
I could drop a shortcut on you, but like to help you.
I'm gonna make it a 5 to a 3. I'm ahead by 2.
That's good. It's a good test.
-4. So I will take 1 and 1.
Yeah.
Thank you, Beat Cop.
Does it say, wait, does it say to each of your allies? Or take 1 direct damage and deal 1 damage to each of your allies?
Oh.
Direct damage, so you can't put it on your beat cop.
So it's 1 and 1.
Beat cop
I
will
thought it
take
was one
1
on one of
and
each.
you'll take 1, yeah.
Great. Oh boy.
Oh boy, it's one of these. Dark Bidding. Attach it to Hunting Horror even if it's out of play. Where is Hunting Horror? Is it out of play?
Out of play.
Somewhere? Dark Bidding remains attached if it enters the void. When Hunting Horror attacks an investigator, you got to take an additional damage and 1 additional horror, and then heal Hunting Horror and discard Dark Bidding.
There is no
Gross.
Hunting Horror anywhere.
You don't see it anywhere?
No.
Shouldn't it be out of play? Wait, maybe it isn't. Let's make sure. Maybe we've yet to see it. Yeah, it didn't say to set it aside. So it's in there somewhere, man.
So what?
Oh, so it would just get discarded
No.
because basically it has the ability to go in and out of play once it's in play, but right now it hasn't done anything.
So like once it enters play, it can go into the void, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's saying if it's in play or in the void, you're going to attach it to
It's
it.
not saying in the void, it's saying out of play.
But the void is the out of play thing.
Wouldn't it say the
it's
void?
in the deck? It's not out of play.
Wouldn't it
It's
say
not
the
in play
void?
or out of play.
Are we supposed to attach this to the Hunting Horror in some weird, bizarre fashion that we can't? Or do we just let it sit here and then when the Hunting Horror comes out, it attaches automatically? Somebody tell me, this is insane. Like, this is not good. Attach it to Hunting Horror even if it's out of play. Dark Bidding remains attached if it enters the void. So it knows what the void is. It's not saying even if it's in the void.
So like I think, and
It
I
is
could be
currently
wrong.
out of play.
It's not out of play.
Sure it is. It's not in
It
play.
is neither in play or out of play. When it is in play, it's in play.
Discarded, all right.
And when it goes to the void, that's when it's out of play. But like right now, it doesn't even exist. It's like a new.
Some would say that's out of play.
It's like zero's not negative. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. All right, over to me again. I'm going to get this clue.
All right.
First action.
I'm glad Chats at least understands me. Beyond the Veil's a problem.
Nailed it. Boom.
Okay, great. You want to advance?
Let's advance it.
Act 1B, gaining entrance. If the investigator spent clues to advance, you find the window nearest to the guard and tap it loud enough to get his attention. He gives a startled jump, then shifts open the window. What do you want? He asks timidly. I guess he should say, what do you want? He asks timidly. You explain the situation to him and tell him he's in grave danger. He warily opens the front door to the museum. He should trust us. Shaking his head, I wasn't even supposed to be here today. Choose an investigator to take control of the set-aside Adam Lynch asset. Reveal the museum halls. Advance to Act 2A, Night at the Museum.
Okay, Adam Lynch. Do you have charisma?
Yeah.
Do you want Adam?
Let me see him.
He can get you into the security office. When he leaves play, remove from the game and add a bad token to the thing. We don't want him to die. I've also got charisma. I also want Mr. Rook, but I don't have him now. Do you have any guard dog or anything in your hand?
No. No.
You should do it. You should take him.
All right, if he
You're a
dies.
cycler, right? Because like beat cop's gonna die, and then the guard dog's gonna come out, etc. Yeah.
So reveal the museum halls.
What's it got?
No clues. Museum halls is connected to each copy of exhibit hall.
Doesn't take an ally slot, so we're cool.
Oh, sweet. Action, investigators in the museum halls spend 1 per investigator. Clues,
take him.
yeah, as a group, put the top card of the exhibit into play. So basically, we can take an action and spend a clue per investigator to put the top card of this deck into play. And it's
Action,
connected to all of
2
those
clues
cards.
as a group. Put the top card into play and revealed. Okay.
Yeah, and then these are connected to that,
Okay.
as we expected.
And we don't get to move there automatically, unfortunately.
No. So then we advance to 2A, Night at the Museum. So 2A, Night at the Museum says, the Necronomicon is being kept in a restricted hall somewhere in the museum. Adam barely knows his way around and gives a startled jump at every creak of the old building. I just started here last week, he explains. What sort of trouble did you say was going on? You haven't the heart to give him the full story. Objective, investigator enters the exhibit hall. Restricted hall, advance. So we are looking for that restricted location.
Okay. So I'm going to shortcut myself right out of here
Gee Willikers.
because it's that's kind of a thing for me. So shortcut me as a free action. Second action, I really want to gain a buck and no stone, but I'm not going to. I just don't have the money right now. Second action, I'm going to move. I'm going to go to the security office, I feel like, because Adam has, while you control him, treat the ability on security office if it were an action rather than 2 actions.
I like that a lot
So
since you
seems
have
good.
Adam.
Second action here.
Old Man Withers. Security
Ooh.
office, hold on. A plaque next to the door reads, Security. The door is ajar, and inside you catch the scent of blood.
Okay.
Really sets the
That's
tone
where
here.
Norman wants to be.
Somebody must have left the security office in a hurry. Blood stains the floor under the desk nearby. Thankfully, there are some useful supplies here you may be able to use.
Very cool. So this is essentially an action for a no stone unturned. Basically, is what that is.
Because you have him.
Yeah.
So instead of 2 actions, it takes you 1. Look at the top 6. Find a card, add it to your hand, shuffle the rest. Wow.
good.
Wow, 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 wow.
So let's see. Discover, free, second. So third action is going to be take and investigate.
Get
On to
it.
2. 2 to 6.
Seems good. Nailed it.
Boom. 1 clue. Milan Christopher giving me a money. And did we turn these clues in, right? For the
2 of them, yeah.
2 for the thing.
All right, mine.
All you.
I will move into the halls, like you do. I'm going to play my emergency cash. Then I will play a survival knife.
Boom. Yes. That's right.
I'm ready to fight.
All right, everything ready's.
Now we get
including
monies.
us. We get a money. Change my 2 1s to a 3.
Man, this deck is clicking.
Draw this no stone into my alti. It's just this is such a weird signature card. It's very
What
strange.
is it?
So it's called Split the Angle.
Okay.
You reveal the top card of the encounter deck as an action. It's an asset. So you pay 2, you put it into play. Then you reveal the top card of the encounter deck as an action, and then you can exhaust it to discard the top card of your deck and discard the top card of the encounter deck.
That can be really good.
So I can spin an action to look at the top, and then as a fast action, I can discard my top, discard that top.
Yeah.
But do you really want to pay 2 and then spend actions to look at the top card of the encounter deck?
I mean, if you filter me into an enemy, it's really good.
I gotta have better things to do in my turns, right?
That's fair. All right. Bad cards. We get Doom on.
Yeah, one do.
Ephemeral exhibits. Test 3 book. If I fail, lose an action for each point I fail by.
Nice.
Oh,
Well, you got 2 book. That's reasonable.
it.
I wish I would have got that one, huh?
3 to 2. Well, I have cards that don't much matter.
Must be a good deck, huh?
Let's put in a 2.
Oh, this is a good one for me to have.
So I'm at a 4 to a 3. Each point I fail by, I lose an action. Just trying to stave off pain here. Give me the superstar. +1.
right.
He passes with flying colors.
And then I got Cursed Luck, -1 to all my skills. When I succeed by 1 or more, I discard it.
Okay.
So I should be just fine.
All right.
All right. So my plan here is get this clue, gain a money, crack the case for 2, and then play miss, and then probably move back to the museum halls.
Yeah, and start spinning clues to look at locations.
Or I might use the ability to search the top 6 for a fingerprint kit.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll end up
Yeah.
doing.
I'm ultimately probably going to play a guard dog and check out the administration office.
Cool. Okay. So I'm going to start with the search. So first action, let's search the deck. There's the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's also nice because if you don't like
There
the
it
top
is.
card, you can shuffle it.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice. Get that fingerprint kit there.
Swooshed it, man.
Mm-hmm. It's always in the top 6. Everything you need is always in the top 6.
And sometimes everything you don't need.
It's true. It's so true, actually.
All at the same time.
Ooh, and 1 on top. I'll play it for less. Thanks very much.
Wow, you got the money right now.
I do. Second action, let's go ahead and just investigate as normal. 4 up. All right, so succeeded by 5, which means Cursed Luck goes away.
Nice.
I get 1 clue. Dr. Milan
Nice.
triggers for a money. And I will go ahead and use Crack the Case while I can to gain 2 more money.
All right, I like that. 6 money, and you have an action left?
Uh-huh. And then as long as a monster doesn't drop, you're close by though. You're fine.
Yeah.
So last action, I'll pay 3 to play the fingerprint kit, courtesy of Stormin Norman's ability.
Yeah, I would come on top of a monster.
You would just
It would
wreck
be
that
crazy.
thing, right?
All right, mine.
Yep.
Let's play my other friend. I love it. This is the guard dog. I'm loving this deck.
Look at that.
Just the
Just auto
trifecta.
damage, just beautiful.
Second action, move into the administration office. Flavor text, a sturdy wooden door with a plaque next to it reads, Administration. In the hall outside the doorway, you see a row of paintings depicting the museum's many curators through the years, each adorned with their name and years of employment. Perhaps it's just your imagination, but they look more distressed in recent years.
Mm-hmm. It's not your imagination.
This office is meticulously organized from the books in alphabetical order on the shelves to the stacks of forms organized by category on each desk. A coat is draped over one of the nearby chairs. Perhaps somebody other than the security guard is still here at this late hour.
Like a
4
monster?
clues.
Oh, that's where
and
Norman needs to
2
be.
Shroud.
That's 2 fingerprints.
You cannot investigate the administration office while you have 4 or fewer cards in hand.
That won't be a problem. Real quick, Jared Pine, this is great. Hey TC, my kids just got their Rebel Clash Pokemon box today, and my oldest is so happy right now. Kudos for shipping that out so fast this week. Some good polls.
That's
Fantastic,
awesome to
Jared.
hear.
Glad it got to you on release day.
That really is
that's awesome.
fantastic.
Tell your kids hi for us. We literally are, we're real people shipping those products.
We are real, not robots, says Mark Zuckerberg.
Sweet
Then,
baby rays?
so I think my third action is I'm going to just go back in the museum halls.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because maybe I stay there. You're going to come to me, right?
So what I'll probably do is I'll come up here, reveal an exhibit hall, and then come start harvesting.
And
these
I'll go
clues.
explore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to move here. Basically, third action, in case you get an enemy, I want to be
Yeah.
closer to you. I don't want to have to spend 2 actions and then my last action to engage.
And it's always best to split up.
That's what I hear.
3 supplies here.
Heavens, let's smoke those meats.
Smoking the meats.
I do feel like we could have a cocktail stream at some point.
Yes,
Ah,
we could.
what's on the table? Cards and resources.
Money, card.
What's
Ooh, sign
going
magic.
on?
Thank you.
Flip.
Could be relevant.
Doom. 3 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Draw.
Mm-hmm.
Night Beyond Void. Place a resource on Shadow Spawn, even if it is out of play. Now this is out of play.
It
Somewhere.
is out of play. It's
Put
right
a
here.
resource on it. I got you.
Okay.
That's not good. I'm not even gonna look at what that does yet.
Cool. Twist of Fate. Reveal a random token from the Chaos bag. This is where Norm is at his best.
Mr. B Figaro, +1 for a cocktail stream.
1. If you reveal any other number that isn't positive, it's positive. It's got a plus sign next to it.
It is positive, specifically.
Nothing happens.
+1. That was the +1 for the cocktail stream
That's
right there.
incredible. Norman is such a good gambler. It's actually alarming to me.
He cheats.
All right. So I know my turn. Move.
We'll move.
Grab a clue. Oh, yeah. So that's
Move.
going to take
Oh, sorry.
move, exhibit hall, move.
Or move exhibit hall.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't
That's
have
probably
to
right.
waste time coming back to
Yeah, that's
get more.
probably
But
right.
then that gives me something to go be doing.
Or move exhibit hall, miss, which gets me the evade on the table. Which I don't.
Miss? Oh, miss.
Miss-
Yeah, that's fine
miss.
too. You just need to give me a location to go to. I'll keep revealing stuff until we.
Okay. First action, move. Second action, spin 2 clues, because I only have 2 clues. I can only reveal 1.
Oh yeah, I thought it was 1 total.
Spin 2 clues.
Top.
Yeah, go for it.
Into play, unrevealed. So I'll just put it over here
Okay.
because that's where I'm going.
Does it connect anything?
Not yet.
Does it say that it's? Oh yeah,
It's
this is
connected to all the
connected
exhibit
to all
halls.
of them. Okay. And then third action.
In fact, I'm going to do this because these are connected to this, and then we'll have a
I like that. Yeah.
display.
And then third action, pay 2 for the
Yeah,
miss.
I like that a lot.
And then I'll end up picking up sign magic in the case that I get my double incantations.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and move into this exhibit hall. It says, what alluring artifacts are displayed inside? Do they too hold a sinister secret? Rows of armor line the hall, while instruments of war and torture hang from the walls. You should watch your step in here. Victory 1.
Oh, hello.
2 clues, 3 shroud. Forced, after you fail a skill test while investigating this location, take a damage.
I might need to be there.
Oh yeah, I'm just
See, I'm
Queuing it up.
the museum man. You're just waiting to
yeah.
kill
So
something.
I'm
here.
gonna move. So I'm back here, and then I will. Let's gain a resource. I'm just preparing for the storm.
Money.
So that.
Everything ready's.
All right. And
Draw a
then-
card. Gain a resource.
No, I might.
13th vision. Put it into play. My threat area. Investigators at your location fail ties during skill tests. Okay. Once per round, you may play the tie. Okay, so that doesn't count. Preposterous sketches. That's nice. So we now have investigators fail ties during skill tests, and it takes 2 actions to get rid of it. I don't plan to tie anything.
Okay, before we go to bag cards, I'm going to play First Watch. It's fast. Play when the draw encounter card step of the misses phase would begin. Instead of resolving that step, look at the top X cards of the deck, where X is the number of investigators. Deal those cards among the investigators as you wish, dealing no more than 1 card to each investigator other than yourself.
Very cool.
So, let's see what we get. So I gotta look at the top 2.
Also, Kev making an old-fashioned. Mr. B. Figaro prepared some sangria while watching the spoils yesterday.
Nice.
Very cool. You get both of them?
Maybe. Oh, I have to give this to you. What's your
can.
brain?
My brain's fine.
I'm
4.
gonna assign that to you. You don't get to look at it yet. And then I have to take this one. Okay. Oppressive Mist, Revelation. Attach your location, limit 1 per location. After an investigator at this location draws 1 or more cards, that investigator must test 3 brain. If that investigator fails, he or she chooses and discards an equal number of cards. Or you can take 2 actions to discard Oppressive
Okay,
Mist.
that's fine.
So while we're here,
We'll
if we
leave
would
it
draw
there.
cards,
It's not a
we have
problem.
to test brain. We will leave it indeed. Okay.
And then this thing that you gave me, whatever this is. Test 5 brain. Discard the top card for every one I've got. I don't mind discarding a few here.
Yeah, I figured
I'm actually going to ditch No Stone.
because I have Beyond the Veil, it's like very bad for me to see that.
I'll go 5 to 5.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing that for you.
So I failed by 1. Discard 1 card. Didn't need it. Ooh, crack the case. Excellent. Okay, that's the
So-
end of that.
I'm thinking this. I will use my 2 actions to get rid of your weakness,
Very nice.
and then I will gain a resource, and then you can go get some clues.
I'm going to here, fingerprint, crack the case for 2.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll get rid of that,
Thanks.
and I'll gain a resource. Good job, Zoe. Actually, no. Instead of gaining a resource, I'm going to move. You're going here. I'm going to be with you
Cool.
because I don't want to draw a card and have to take
Yeah,
the
we're
test.
super hip. First action, draw. Second action, test it with fingerprint kit. That's a 7. Oh, wait, I can't do fingerprint kit twice. That's right.
It's okay.
So I actually might want 2 fingerprint kits. That changes the whole sign magic dynamic. I need to rethink this entirely.
You can also just wait till next turn to do that,
Yeah.
so you can play something else or do whatever.
Let's see what else we might want to play. Malone will give me a cash.
Yep.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play another fingerprint kit.
Nice. I like it.
Seems like that's what this is about, so let's play into it.
It's nice too because you'll have a next turn. You can do 1 fingerprint crit, grab 2 clues, get the money, and like that's crazy. It's crazy efficient.
Yeah, it's getting good.
Okay, great. End of round.
End of round.
5 doom.
Everything stands up. We draw a card, gain a resource before we advance anything weird.
Okay. Okay. I feel like if and when that big enemy comes out finally, I'm just gonna murder it immediately.
I do feel like that's going to happen.
That is what Zoe is. She's ready. She's walking around with a knife, ready to go. All right. Doom on. Right?
Doom on.
We advancing. Agenda 1B.
Now, this is important. Okay, so it says, when an investigator is resolving the text on Agenda 1B, the forced ability on the next agenda is considered to be active. So what's the forced ability on the next agenda?
The forced ability on the next agenda is when Hunting Horror enters play.
What's it called? What's the next agenda called?
Shadows Deepen.
Shadows Deep. I think we can pull that up.
When Hunting Horror enters play, attach the set-aside copy of Shadow Spawn to it, or add 1 resource to Shadow Spawn if it's already attached.
Okay, so we will, if it spawns, we'll attach it.
A creature of the void is Agenda 1B. From the shadows of the museum halls, a terrible creature slithers forth, long and serpentine and propelled by black leathery wings. If Hunting Horror is in play, add a doom to it. If Hunting Horror is not in play, search the encounter deck, discard pile, and the void for Hunting Horror and spawn it in the museum halls if available. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck.
Boom. All right, it says we're supposed to spawn it. Is that right?
People saying, I'm ready. Tigger says, can we quote you on that, Zach?
Now, what does it say? It says spawn it at our location.
At the halls.
Okay.
When Hunting Horror enters play, attach a set-aside copy of the Shadows, Shadow Spawn to it, or add 1 resource to Shadow Spawn available. 7 Horror to advance.
Okay.
So let's see what it does. Has Hunter, has Retaliate.
3 hit points.
3 hit points. Forced at the start of the enemy phase, reveal a random token from the Chaos Bag. If it is one of the symbols, ready Hunting Horror. Forced when Hunting Horror leaves play, place it in the void.
Okay.
Okay.
And then it's +1 to all stats because it has one thing on it. Okay, so it's basically a 3/4/3, and when you kill it, it goes to the void instead of going to the discard pile.
Okay. We're gonna party.
Okay. So then we've got 7. It says when honey attached to set aside. Yep. Okay. And then we still got 9 at the museum. We need to enter the restricted hall to go to the next one. And now we take the bad cards.
Yes. And then
You can do the bad card thing.
maybe.
Play with the one that brung you.
Let's. I don't know. Because I'm going to go deal with that snake. So I'm just going to take the rando.
I'm going to deal with that snake.
Infinite doorway attached to your location. As additional cost to move into or out of the attached location, discard the top card of your deck. If the discarded card is a weakness, draw it. Otherwise, for each copy of the discarded card in your hand or play area, you must either take a horror or discard that card. I meant the infinite doorway.
I'll read that again. What is this you're saying? Adam's saying add another token for the forced ability. I don't see that anywhere. It says reveal a random token.
So the Force on Shadows Deepen says, when Hunting Horror enters play, attach the set-aside copy of Shadow Spawn or add a resource to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's nothing about adding a token or anything like that. I don't see anything there. All right, then I get the bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Secret door attached to the location with the most investigators. We can't leave. But I can discard it with a 3-book test. Wow, look at infinite doorway and a secret door? Impossible. The secret door is infinite.
The infinitely secret door.
Move into or out of, discard the top card of your deck. If the discarded card is a weakness, draw it. Otherwise, for each copy of the discarded card in your hand or play area, you must either take one or discard that card. Okay. All right, so now we've got crazy mode here. So first things first, let's use a fingerprint kit.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep them even so I can potentially do 2 in one turn rather than having just 1 left. So
You're at a 7
yeah,
to 2.
yep,
Only one thing gets you.
yep.
That's
Skull
not
doesn't.
it.
Hunting horror is not at our location, doesn't much matter. 2 clues are in. I'm gonna go ahead and play crack the case. Do you need any money? 1 potentially, or 2. I'll get 1 from Milan.
I mean, money's really good for me to just keep knocking the snake out.
Would 2 money be a notable difference in your life?
Yep.
Notable? All
I
right,
mean-
take 2. Take 2. Take 2. We're friends.
Thank you.
Second action.
You'll be happy you invested in me later, I swear.
Second action. Let's test my 6 book against the 3 to see if I can figure out how this secret door works.
I believe in you.
Thank you. I figured it out.
Nailed it.
And then I'm going to attach, just remember that this is here. And then for my third action,
So I'm thinking this snake's going to hunt to me.
you don't want to go hunt to it.
Well, if we leave, this thing triggers.
Yeah, which I'm not worried about that at all.
Well, the
for-
other problem
for
is
mine.
you would have to leave before I left. And if you leave, he's going to engage with you.
He will engage with me, yeah.
But if we wait, he'll come to me and I'll nuke him.
And you'll get a money too.
Money, money, money.
Okay. So you think we should stay put here?
Yes. Yes, the treachery cards do look like you're looking through a keyhole. That's the intent, I believe.
So I'll just stay put then, and maybe I'll actually play Split the Angle.
Nice.
Is there anything that would allow us to look at the top card of the encounter deck? Because you assign those cards with First Watch, right? I can look at it with Split the Angle. You don't have like a clever way to do it though, right? You know what? I've never played this card before. Let's try it. Last action. Let's split the angle. Norman? There's Professor Warren. Whew. You're good. All right. That's my turn.
Okay. All right. Let me think about this.
You can also just roll in those museum halls and...
Yeah, I might. Let's play my enchanted blade.
Mm-hmm. How cool is this setup?
Knife.
Man,
a
you are
blade.
nothing but killing here. And a dog and a cop.
Telling you. So anyways, I started stabbing.
I mean, I wouldn't welcome this crew into the museum.
So I think I move. He'll auto-engage with me.
Get him money.
I get him money. And then
Where's that cross, anyway?
I can exhaust Beat Cop to do a damage to him. When he attacks me, I can do a damage here. So even just a normal attack.
Just hitting for 2. Your survival knife hits for 2, doesn't it, as well, yeah?
Yeah.
So you don't even need to waste time on the blade. It's basically beat cop.
Well, I'm getting it down in case I keep getting engaged with
Oh,
this point.
100%. Beat cop, guard dog, survival knife. That's 4 damage, right?
Well, the survival knife would do 2. He's at 4 health.
He's a 4. It's plus
yeah, so
1,
Beat Cop, guard dog, and the survival knife just gets him when he hits
That's the
me.
deck churning and burning right there,
Yeah,
man.
let's just move to the halls, and I have to do this thing.
Discard the top.
It's my hallowed mirror.
Oh, man.
Son of a gun. All right, but that's fine. Snake engages me. I'll gain him money.
Otherwise, each copy in your hand or play area, you must either... Yeah, there's not any...
That's
It's the
the
one of in your
one-of,
deck, so
yeah.
that's actually hilariously good.
We'll Beat Cop for 1. Then I will...
You can really do whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
Did you get your money?
Yeah.
You could technically move to that exhibit hall if you didn't want to have this weird thing.
Will it be an attack of opportunity, right?
Yes, it would be.
So
What does he
I'm-
do? 1 and 1?
Yeah, I'm just going to hit him, though.
Okay. Punch on.
So I'll use my survival knife plus 1. So I'm a 5 to a 3.
Mm-hmm.
And
You could also just hit him with the blade. Do 2, and then the guard dog would kill him. And then you wouldn't have to, mess with the survival knife. Not that it really matters. Well, this says deals damage to you, you trigger the knife, and you want it to deal damage to the dog, right? It only does 1. So put the 1 on... Yeah, dude, you want to swing with that enchanted blade.
yeah, all right. Enchanted Blade charge. Here we go. I'm at plus 2, so I'm at a 6 to 3. I'm ahead by 3.
Pretty good test.
Should I add any?
Plus 1 is taking 1 token out of the bag. What does the bag say? How does it feel today?
No, let's just do it.
Man, look at the board. Sometimes I miss the monitor here. This is like out of control.
It's a full board.
Put this over here. I forgot about the
Here we go.
picture.
Get out of here. Tablet,
You got it.
-2, still hits. So we're going to do 2 damage.
And you don't have a clue. Joke's on you.
Got him. And that's my turn.
All right. So enemy phase. Enemies will hunt and then attack. So attack happens from the hunting horror. You need to take 1 sanity and 1...
Doggle.
Guard dog
Responds.
bites him.
He goes to the void, right?
To the void.
Could have even used my knife. I was ready to go.
Boom. Very nice.
Okay.
Dealt with. Okay, everything ready? Then we draw a card.
Gain a resource. So then when I draw a card, I have to test 3 brain. If I fail, I have to choose and discard an equal number of cards. So I'll draw a card and then...
So if you fail, you discard 1 card,
Yeah.
basically.
So I'm ahead by 1. -1. Because the hunting horror is not with
he's not
me.
at your location.
Don't
He's
mind
in the void.
me. All right. Then bad cards?
Bad stuff. 1 Doom on, please.
Come on. Stalked in the dark. If hunting horror is in play, it readies, engages you in it. And otherwise, this gains search.
Cool. Nice.
Bye, Felicia.
Who's laughing now?
Haunting
Snake?
Recollections. For each card in your hand, if there's a copy of that card in your discard pile, take a horror to a maximum of 3.
Ooh, good. Thanks. See, Arkham knows what's up. You put a max in there. We just talked about it on the podcast this morning. Put a max in
Still
there.
a complicated card.
I'm gonna
All right,
reveal
there are
mine.
none. It's 0.
Oh, great.
If take no horror, discard the top 3 cards of my deck.
Ugh. Thanks, Matt. Okay, then we have Inexplicable Cold. This is Norman is freezing. This is so fitting that Norman actually got this. It's chilly in
an
here.
old man.
Test 4 foot. I currently have a 1. For each point you fail by, choose and discard a card or take a damage. So I'll be discarding some cards here. 1 to 4, here we go. I might end up doing 2 to 4. No. 1 to 4, here we go. Failed by 4. Can't go below 0. Discarding 4 cards from my hand. Milan doesn't matter.
Matthew says, someone get get Norman a blazer.
Yeah, and then I'll take 1 damage here. I'm going to hold on to these 2. I feel like they're relevant. Okay. Done.
You want to come reveal 2 new locations for me?
I absolutely want to do that, yes. And then I might. Yeah, we need to just start cranking, don't we? Move, reveal,
Just going to put it here.
and I kind of want to get away from this ability.
Yeah, that's fine. You want to go here and start getting some victory points? Because I'm just going to go here.
Yeah. Boom.
All right, mine? Plus it means the old darkness won't spawn with you. I'm going to... First thing I'm going to do is play Calling in Favors.
Oh, I got a discard for leaving the infinite door. That's right.
Yeah.
Discard the top card of my deck, and what happens? Copy it in your hand or play area. You must either take 1 horror. Okay. Or discard that card. I'm not discarding this miss, so I'll take a horror. I can take a lot of horror.
Yeah.
Let's see if this changes my math. Ooh, it does.
What is it?
No, it'll come to my hand. That shuffles my discard pile into my deck and draws a card.
That's so good in
It's
this
really good
scenario.
in Dunwich, yes.
Okay.
It feels like cheating.
I'm going to play Calling in Favors. I'm going to put this beat cop back in my hand.
You did it!
Yep. And then I get to search the top 9, put an ally into play for -4.
Yes. Now, hold on. If you're going to be drawing cards, beware of this ability.
I'm not drawing any. It
Didn't-
bounces to hand. This puts it into play.
It doesn't say draw it?
No.
And play it. Okay, so you're not drawing anything. Right on. Good for you.
Right on, man. Oh, look at this. That's a free beat cop.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness, it's so good.
Love it when a deck comes together, am I right?
And I gotta be careful. This deck is thin.
Yeah. And you're 10 damage at that point. You can currently take 5 on your assets, so that's about as good as you can hope for, honestly.
I have 12 total health on the board.
Yeah.
And my mirror is gone. That would have given me 3 more cards and the heals, which is a problem. But, you know, oh well. We gotta hurry. Technically, I'll have another beat cop down too. I'll try to have 2 fresh bodies by the time we get there. And then
Exhibit hall?
exhibit hall. This is the nature exhibit. Nothing about this exhibit is natural. 2 clues for shroud, and then after you enter this location, discard 2 cards at random from your hand. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You can get rid of beat cop, maybe. 2 clues for shroud. 2 cards from your hand at random.
Oh, God.
Sure.
Soak 10 damage. How?
You can do it, really. Wait, it's you choose. It doesn't say random, does it? Oh, it says at random. That was literally the last part of that phrase.
This could be devastating. There goes a beat cop. There goes a spectral razor.
What can you do? So I would just not use guard dog, honestly.
Yeah.
Because you might end up taking 7.
Well, if I'm going to take 1 physical anyway, I may as well put it there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't do that.
So played a card, moved, and now...
And you potentially call in favors to beat cop your guard dog. Or to guard dog your guard dog.
Yeah, or draw my other guard dog.
Yeah, now here's the question, huh?
Let's... I don't want to be in the middle when I draw. So I'm just going to gain money.
Cash is always okay.
Just prepare. Gain money.
Gaining a cash.
Gain
Okay.
a round.
Then we go to everything readies. Boom, boom. We draw a card.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then, correct me if I'm wrong, there's no window between drawing your turn card at the end and when's the next action window? Fast action?
I'm not the guy for that.
Somebody tell me. Yes, we did take physical trauma. So can I play this open gate after it's revealed this turn, I guess is the best question. Not that it would matter here. But, you know. I'm not even going to worry about it. So drew a card, gained a resource.
Dumon.
Dumon.
Bad cards.
Yeah.
Peril. A baleful welcome. Revelation. Choose 2 of the following actions.
Guess I'll wait. Thank you, Spanner. Perfect.
Wow. I've choose 3 actions and we can't do them. Fight, evade, move, play, investigate.
Choose 3 out of that list?
Basically choose 2 that we can do. Move and investigate is probably what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Seems like it's that kind of
All
a
right,
party.
we can move and investigate.
So honestly, if you move here and discard these oppressive miss, that's a pretty good turn.
Yeah.
Because it's too annoying.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do that.
I'm going to grab these clues, move here, reveal another exhibit hall. Next turn, reveal another exhibit hall, and then move to 1, grab 2 clues, and move back.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. Did you get your back card yet?
Nope. Already planning. Oh my gosh, I got the same thing. If I run out of cards, I take 10 damage.
You got that card, though.
I do. I have the card. I'm going to slide all this over, try to keep it all on the...
Spanner, I didn't misread it. It is band 2, unless it's the first time we've seen that card this round. Then it's band 3, and there's 5 on the list, so it's the same thing as picking 2.
Band 3 the first time, huh? That's a bummer.
All right.
Oh, it's Surge. Test 3. Lose if you don't book it. I got books for days. 6 to 3. Here we go. A superstar.
Wah, wah, wah.
May swap the top card of my deck with a card in hand. X is the resource cost of the top card. So I can throw 1 for 1. Well, I don't think that's going to matter. X is the resource cost of the top. Okay. So I can get plus. I'm going to swap Professor Warren Rice onto the top.
Okay.
And then I might find time to play him. Probably not.
Oh, if it's not. So I can choose 3 things we can do. That's right. So we can move, investigate, and
What are the options?
play. We can't fight or evade this round. There's no enemies.
Yeah, no need to fight or evade.
Yeah, so that's fine.
And is that resolve?
Yeah, I was just trying
Just
to remember
remember.
it was there, yeah.
Okay, first action. I really want to play Warren. We got to get more locations out.
Yep.
We do. First action, let's fingerprint Kit.
I mean, we're down to only a handful here, so we're getting close.
Got it. Milan, gaining a cash.
And a clue.
2 clues.
Nailed it.
Victory 1. Second action, let's move. And then third action, let's reveal 1.
There it is. Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Let's move and nuke.
Nice. Yep.
Done.
That's right.
Cards, resources, etc.
Cards, resources, etc. That's right.
Family values, etc. All right, and then bad stuff. No enemies. Dumon.
Resource. Got any more money?
I have all ones over here.
Flip those 3s, yeah. Thanks.
Dumon.
Dumon.
Bad cards.
Bad cards.
First to me, Cursed Luck. Put Cursed Luck in the play new threat area. I get -1 skill value during skill test.
Not bad, not bad.
That's awesome because I don't do skill tests.
Spawn it. Spawn Hunting Horror slithering behind you. Spawn it. Engage with me. Shuffle the encounter deck.
And the discard pile.
Hold on, we don't need to do that yet. Search the encounter deck discard pile in the void for hunting horror and spawn it at your location. Gives you shuffle the encounter deck.
So I'm not going to do
You don't
anything.
have to do that, yeah. All right, disengage with me. Ah!
I will
Big
murder
scary
it.
monster. Okay, would you like to, you want to kick this off with a murder moment?
A murder train? I would. Let's, first thing I'll do is engage it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't murder you.
You get some money.
Pay him. Pay that man his money. All right, and then, how about we do this? Pay 2 for Spectral Razor.
Wait, you don't have to engage it then. It automatically engages.
Yeah. Pay 2. So my stat is a 4 plus a 4. So I'm an 8 to his 3.
You guys are on Agenda 2A Forest. When the enters play, attach the set aside or add 1 resource so it
Okay,
gets
so it
stronger.
goes to 2.
Right on.
So he's now at a 4 to my 8. I'm ahead by 4.
You're also -1 because of cursed luck.
So I'm ahead by 3.
But if you win by 1, then you get rid of your cursed luck.
Let's put myself ahead by 5. Woo!
Just play that and do some damage.
He's elite. I haven't seen an non-elite enemy the whole time.
Nice, yeah.
All right, here we go.
I think that's how this is going to work. It's just a snake in the museum,
Yeah.
and we try to race against time.
Got him. So that's going to do 2 damage.
Mm-hmm. And your cursed luck is gone. Not cursed at all.
And then he's got, what? Now he's a 5 health.
Mm-hmm.
So let's play the game.
Technically, you could do 1 enchanted blade, 2 enchanted blades, or 1 enchanted blade, 1 survival knife. Because you don't have to empower this, right? You can just get him +1 and do 1 damage.
Yeah. Or
I don't know if you should use your. I'm worried about your 10 card. He could hit something that discards like 5 off the top of the deck.
I feel like I should use my blade
Mm-hmm.
and then just finish him with the beat cop.
Okay. The only thing I worry about is like if there's something that discards 10 cards or 5 cards or something, and then you'd have 2, 4, you'd take 6 damage, you'd be at 8 of your 9. I honestly think asset health at this point may be more important than damage. So if you swing at the blade, swing with the blade, or swing with the blade and swing with the knife, same difference. You do 5 damage this
And
turn.
he's gone. Yeah, that
and he's
makes
gone,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just keep on swinging.
And then if you miss, you have the beat cop out, basically.
Yeah, I'm going to use my enchanted blade to try to get 2 on.
Yeah, that turn did go fast, guys. Because Zach moved here and dropped the thing off of it.
I'm going to enchanted blade.
Empowering the blade?
Yeah.
Norman's impressed.
So I'm 6 to 4.
You got your
No.
beat cop bonus, yeah?
7 to 4. I like those odds.
Those are better.
7 to 4,
Boom!
got him. 2 damage on, and then I'll just use my regular
course you will.
survival knife.
6 to 4 now, yeah?
6 to 4, yep.
Hold on, let me see if I have something worth. Yeah. I'm gonna play, give you this mind over matter.
7 to 4?
7 to 4, yeah.
Come on now.
Wish you'd got that earlier. That's like
Yeah.
a billion damage, right?
Just +1.
All right.
All right,
Cool.
keep going. Back to the void. From whence you came.
And then he gets massive if he has. When he comes back out, he'll become massive.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I told you guys I was going to murder that snake. I wasn't playing.
Okay.
Just. She was made for stabbing.
Okay, let's see. Do I want to take a shot at the sure thing? So first action, I'm going to reveal another exhibit hall.
Yeah. I think you keep collecting victory points, man.
Because
we
I can
need
go
clues.
here. We assume that this is here, you know, that there's similar here.
It was in the bottom 3 or 4.
3.
Okay.
Are we on the bottom 3 already?
We're on the bottom 3.
All right, so first action, let's reveal another exhibit hall. If a big scary monster comes in here, I'm gonna have to mist it and run away. That's fine. That's what mist is for.
Literally.
Second action. Let's move here. Discard 2 from hand.
For why?
It says it after you enter. Discard 2 from hand. Oh,
nice.
at random. Oh, I can't do that. No. I gotta keep
Looks
that.
like you're going to a
quantum flux in.
new new location.
Well, it could do the same thing. Should I just play it?
How many actions do you have left?
2.
Yeah, well, play the thing that shuffles it back in.
Yeah, that shovels everything back in. That keeps me from dying.
Surely
because-
2 locations don't do the same thing, right?
Don't call me Shirley. Oh, man. Can we take a shot here?
I think each of these locations is going to be victory 1, and maybe the winning location.
Yeah. All right, second action. Let's
Right, well, hold on. So
Ring the
the
bell.
one you just revealed is the only one that has a chance at being the restricted location.
this one.
No, the other one, because we were down to the bottom 3.
Mm.
So just
This guy?
That is the only one on the table that has a chance at being the location we're looking for.
And yet we know it's not, unfortunately, because the tan circles. We know this is a return 2 card.
Unless the return 2 is the card that does it.
It isn't.
If we didn't know that anyway, that would
take
probably be the-
I'd take a risk on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would advance us. Okay.
Josh, this is amazing. It says, my 3 investigator boards, investigator token set, and every type of Doom token arrived today in Ireland. So incredibly impressed with everything. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you so much. That's fantastic. Really appreciate it. Customers just like you are what allow us to be here doing this. So it means the world to us. The whole team is grateful. Appreciate you being here.
I'm taking the safe way, man.
Okay. You can't. Shuffling is way safer.
I can't fail here. Second action, let's play Quantum Flux.
Just see where my out at some point is resigning before this hits.
Yeah, and that'll get me a new top card. Could be like working a hunch or something that would be helpful.
Or a free move.
A shortcut would be super handy here, yes.
Yeah, shortcuts are always handy usually. Unless it's Mario Kart, and sometimes they're devastating.
They can be devastating, yeah.
The Rainbow Run! As you're falling into nothingness. Thanks, Luigi.
Boop, 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 boop. The tooth. Oof. That's interesting. Third action. I'm gonna roll here because I know that I don't need these 2 cards.
Great.
Just if the big scary monster comes out,
I'll come to get you.
come get me. Okay. Done.
All right, everything ready?
Everything's ready, yeah. Draw this card, gain a resource.
That's the card, though.
Good, mind over matter back in.
Okay.
Bad cards?
Doom.
Doom?
Doom on. Visions of futures past. Test 5 brain. For each point I fail by discard the top card of my deck.
That's bad.
Just don't fail.
Don't fail.
But I have to fail.
You got a 4 brain, that's not terrible. It's not terrible.
Go ahead and commit a card. Let's make it 5. 5 to 5. Hope and a prayer. Now, do I get to put a card back in my deck for everyone I succeed by?
No,
I'm just kidding.
this is Arkham. Not bad.
So I fail by 1. Discard a card.
Okay. My bad card. An infinite doorway. As initial cost to move out, discard the top card of my deck. If it's a weakness, otherwise, and then mind over matter will get discarded. Okay, that's fine. Pew. Man, this board's getting sloppy.
Slap it, Joe.
Okay, first action, I'm gonna start here.
Get it. Find them
Let's-
fingerprints.
5, 6, 7 to 4.
Also haven't seen my weaknesses.
Uh-oh. Oh, baby. That's actually potentially relevant.
Appreciate that, Jordan. Good luck on the call.
Superstar. I think I will put the tooth on top. I think I'd rather have mind over matter than tooth in hand. 2 clues.
Swoosh.
Milan gets me a cash. Second action, let's roll here. Discard the top card of my deck.
Nice.
No stone. Do you need to search your deck for anything?
Nope. I need to have cards in my
Okay.
deck.
Third action, I'm revealing a new exhibit hall.
All right, so this is the one I should
This
go to.
could be the one, yeah. This could be the one.
I'm gonna put these ones that we're unlikely to visit.
We can
down
actually, what we can do is we can probably just put these guys out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
These
'cause-
exhibit halls are already explored. We'll just slide those guys over.
All right. Oh God, which one did I just put down?
Only you can know. It's not this one.
Yeah, not that one. I made a mistake. Well, I got turned around the museum.
Now you got that real 3-card money going on.
Mine?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go here. It's the Athabaskan exhibit.
Okay.
After you enter this location.
Actually, we have a way to find out here. What's the one we're looking for?
The restricted. It's not that one.
No, I mean this. It has to be this one then. Yeah. So this was the one that we just revealed.
That's where I'm going.
Had to have been.
Exhibit hall, restricted hall. There it is. While hunting horror is at this location cannot be investigated. 4 clues, 3 shroud.
Mm-hmm. And then we advance.
We advance.
Not at the museum. An investigator enters the exhibit hall. Advance. Okay. When you enter the restricted hall, you find the curator of the museum lying in a pool of blood, his intestines strewn about in a grotesque display. Your stomach turns over and you resist the urge to vomit. This doesn't sound like Zoe at all.
Nope.
I think you'd be swimming in it. Whatever did this, it's still nearby. Search the encounter deck for the hunting horror. Place it in the exhibit hall. Ready. Advance to Act 3A. So here you go. It is now massive, and it is now +3.
So do I get a money for engaging it?
You do. Wait, I don't know. Do massive things? I don't know if massive things engage. I'd have to read the actual rules. It's devastating.
Do I engage with it if it's massive? Also, Liam says cheesed. Yeah, I mean, I would have known that's where I was trying to go.
Yeah, because the one was the return to, so that couldn't have been it. And then we just revealed a new one, and it had to have either been restricted hall, because this one isn't it, so it must have been the right one.
I don't get credits for massive.
Yeah.
That's fine. I already have a bunch of money. All right, well, that was my first action.
Breaking and entering. No. Searching for the tome. Here we go. Somewhere in this area is Olaus Wormius's Latin translation of the Necronomicon. You can find it and escape while you can. If there are no clues on the exhibit hall, advance. We're almost here.
So we can't investigate there unless the snake's gone, so I have to take it out.
Or move it. Get it back into the halls, and I can roll in there and get those in two swipes.
I could also just, I have 2 actions.
Although massive wouldn't follow you,
Yeah,
but it would
stays.
hunt to you next turn. Because massive isn't engaged with you technically. It's like this big
So
snake.
I take attacks of opportunity?
Yes, if you move out, you take an attack, but it stays here, and then it would hunt to you next turn, which is interesting. But then I would take damage as I move down here, which is not the end of the world.
But I think I can just get rid of it.
Yeah, Liam, but we know it wasn't the one left because it's the only one left. If it was the one left, it would have been this one.
So I would have gone to the location that was new,
Yes,
and because that is the one we were looking for, it had to be the one that was new.
that was
and I
the
don't remember
only
which
new
order it was in.
location that we had revealed.
Yeah.
You could also evade it. It's at a 5 evade. That looks ugly.
I just don't know why I wouldn't keep punching it.
Just send it back to where it came from.
Yeah, from whence it came.
So it's a 5 fight, and it's a 6 hit point monster.
Like I'm built for this.
Jeff, no, there's no weirdness there, ignoring the symbols and whatnot. Although, yeah, technically we wouldn't know that it was.
We wouldn't have known that this one wasn't the right one.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Arkham,
Yep.
but we did.
All right, it's at a 3 for 5. I'm at a 4 5, and then I'll use this to get me to a 7.
You think you got the goods here?
Yeah, 5 to 7. We're going to make it 8-7. Or 8-5.
Oh, a -4. That's devastating.
Indeed. Then next action, let's...
Wait, it was an 8, right?
8-5.
Mm-hmm. It's a problem.
Yep.
You have retaliate, too. 1-1. Where do you want it?
Oh.
Guard dog?
1 on the dog. It'll react. Do a damage. And then 1 insanity on the cop. And then 1 action left. I'm dogpiling in. We're going to win this thing.
Blade's no longer enchanted.
Yeah.
1 more attack?
Let's do a free damage with beat cop. I'm going in. Then we will...
Small favor for a couple of damage.
I have reasons. Then I will just use my knife. So 4, 5, 6. No, I'm not going to do that.
6-5? It's not terrible in this one, but it's not good. So you can technically, let's see, so guard dog can do 1 more if you want to kill guard dog. Beat cop can do 1 more at the end of the, once it readies. And then survival knife can do 2.
Yeah.
And that could get it done.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pass. That makes sense, right?
Pass.
Well, if I punch and miss, he retaliates.
Yeah.
I guess, no, that's actually fine.
That just speeds up your, you could just pass here, actually.
Because then I could put it both on the dog. If I punch, I miss and put it on the dog, and the dog does it damage back anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and punch with my knife. So I'm at a 6 to a 5.
Hope it doesn't come back out.
Leaning on a prayer.
Do you have any, no buffs?
No buffs. -1.
Hey,
Got it?
great.
Hits for 1. Odds. How do they work?
And then you're done.
And then I'm done.
Okay. So now we go to the enemy phase. Any enemies they need to
Everything
hunt.
readies first?
We'll do it. Nope.
Okay.
Enemies hunt first, then they attack, and then they will ready.
Okay, so I can put 1 and 1 on the guard dog.
Yes, you can.
React, do 1,
Yeah.
and then the guard dog goes away.
That's right.
I have a fresh guard dog is why I wanted to use
Good, good. And then survival knife? Well, I guess because you don't take the damage, right? Say after an enemy attack deals damage to you. You is your investigator. We're not in Marvel Champions land. So I would say, keep the guard dog out and try to do... Did you do your 2 damage? Yeah.
Yeah.
You missed? I don't know. It's a good question. That's a really good question. So you did 1 free with the knife, 1 with the guard dog, 1 with the beat cop. Move, miss with enchanted blade, and then hit with the knife, hit with the guard dog, hit with the beat cop.
If
So-
the horror goes on me, does that count?
Damage.
No.
No, it's just damage. So if we leave the guard dog out, well, if you hit with the survival knife to do 2,
Then the beat cop can get
readies
it
and
done.
does it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this. I'll put them both on Zoe.
Oh, you can survival knife. Wait, he can't. No, he can. If the dog gets hit. Damage to you equals damage to cards you control.
Okay, great.
Oh my
So
gosh.
we'll do that. We'll put a damage here.
Beautiful.
Guard dog goes away. We'll use the survival knife. So now I'm at
Thank you,
a
guys.
+2, 3, 7 to 5.
7 to 5.
And we'll
Good luck.
go for a +2 for 2 damage.
That's great to know that damage to you equals damage to cards you control. That's a really clean way to do it.
+1.
Boom! +1. He's in
Survival
the
knife
void.
that snake. Right it back to whence it came. One last time.
I hope it doesn't come back out.
Didn't even take an action.
That's a cool little build that you have. I mean, it's just like, that's really nice.
All right. And then everything ready, so we gain money and cards and all that.
Everything readies.
Mob Enforcer. Prey, bearer only. Hunter. Spend 4 resources to parlay and discard the Mob Enforcer.
He's just going to be watching me win here.
I can also just get rid of him for
Ooh,
4.
Vantage point. Not very handy.
Oh, and he engages with me, so I get him money.
That's right. That's where that small favor gets real good for Zoe.
I need my cross.
So
Where's my
good.
cross?
Where is your cross?
All right.
Doom on?
Doom on. 5 of 7. Hit me with it.
Draw.
Withers. Oh, yeah, bad card. Forgot about that. Slithering behind you. If Hunting
Oh,
Horror is
no.
in play, add a Doom to it. If Hunting Horror is not in play, search the encounter deck discard pile and put it into play.
That's one turn.
I should have played a card. I didn't play a card.
What was the card?
That's actually fine. Let's play it. He comes to me. He gets another token.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Is there a max or anything?
No, it's on this thing.
Yeah.
He's hanging. I got you.
Can you possibly kill it? There's no way, right?
Not a chance.
I could do some damage to it. I
But
can do
he-
at least 2.
The thing is, he won't follow me. Oh, it's because we need him to go away so you can get the clues.
If you go back here, he will definitely hunt to you next turn.
I think that's what we have to do.
Yeah. 7 hit points. That's ugly.
But I do have some game here.
Let's see what I end up with. Twist of Fate. Norman's gambling again. I can evade him, yes. But unfortunately, while he's at that location, I can't get clues off of it.
He's at +4 evade, though. It's crazy.
I mean, Miss is at 7 right now. Reveal any other number, take 1 damage. Okay. Norman's getting hurt. Okay, let's talk about game plan here.
My game plan is scene of the crime for 2 clues off this location.
Can't.
Why not? It's
Can
not
we
investigate.
Yeah, it doesn't say that, does it?
Just grab
okay.
him.
Okay.
So I can grab 2. I parlay here to get rid of him.
And parlay doesn't take an attack of opportunity, right?
No.
Isn't it parlay
You're
that's
interacting
fine?
with the enemy.
I think
basically.
that's fine. Yeah.
So I parlay, then I move here, taking an attack of opportunity, to basically get him to come hunt towards me.
And then I might try to go harvest some victory.
That's how we win the game.
Like, well, go here, investigate, and
yeah.
come back.
Okay,
It could go very poorly.
so let's do this. I'm going to parlay with a Mob Enforcer. 4.
And parlay doesn't take an
Oh,
attack
no,
of
I'm not going to
opportunity,
do that first.
friends.
I'm going to do that second. I'm going to see the crime first. Take 2 clues. Then I'm going to parlay. Then I'm going to move. He's gone. And I'll take 1 and 1. We're just taking it now.
Thank you, VTech.
And then it's up to you.
All right, I'm gonna take a shot at it here. Let's go here, yeah. No clues. Oh my gosh, it's the worst thing imaginable.
This is the Athbascan exhibit.
In my turn,
After you enter this location, lose all your main actions and immediately end your turn.
It was
you
a
enter this
trap.
location plus 2 feet.
I fell into the trap,
That's okay.
like all of us do.
End of round.
End of round.
Hunter's gonna hunt. He's gonna come to me.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit me
Yep.
for 1 and 1. We're just taking it now. And then it is
Draw cards.
Draw cards.
Gain money.
Great. Smite the Wicked. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded. Attach Smite the Wicked to it and spawn it furthest from me. I take a mental trauma if, when the game ends, if attached enemy is in play, I take a mental trauma. So let's hope there's no enemies in here.
Are you kidding? There's no enemies. Is that just like go get the Hunting Horror card if it's already out, I guess?
What happens when this deck runs out?
We just reshuffle.
No
I
enemies.
think.
Smite the Wicked gone.
I think we just reshuffle, right?
Liam says it fizzles. Bye, Felicia.
Fizzles, but we don't really know that, right?
I think it fizzles when it gets to the end of the deck.
Yeah, we still have to try to resolve it, right?
I have the funniest thing in the world to do.
You have Scene of the Crime again?
No.
Test 3, book. Don't mind if I do. Norman's been studying his whole life.
So
Ephemeral Exhibits is the name of this one.
I'll tell you my
I
plan.
go
in a second.
move fingerprint kit.
Yeah.
As long as we don't tentacle. Nailed it. Okay.
All right. Can I tell you my genius plan?
Yeah, hit me with your genius plan.
So my plan is
Did we
move.
put a doom on this?
Yeah.
You sure?
No.
It should be at 6.
Yeah. Here's my plan. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I am going to move to the entrance.
Resign?
No. I'm going to move, and then I'm going to wait, and I'm going to have it hunt towards me. You're going to run through the room.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to go to the middle, and you're going to come here. You're going to take an attack for opportunity. That's fine. And we'll be equidistant, so he'll come to me. And then my end game play.
This should be the end.
Oh,
Once I
really?
get these 2 clues. Yeah, it says if there are no clues remaining on exhibit hall, advance, and that's 3A.
Oh, sure. Then I'll just hang out. Now that
Let
said,
me do the first. Let me do this first. See if this fails, because that will be relevant.
and I have something to tell you.
What's that?
I have delved too deep.
Oh my gosh. We should definitely do that. Hold on just a minute.
Oh, I didn't draw an encounter card. I drew a weakness.
Right.
What was your encounter card? That should have been mine.
Yeah, mine was the test 3 book.
What happens if I fail?
You lose actions. Not a
Oh,
huge
so that
deal.
might not. I might not have anything to do.
You might not be
You
able
have
to delve.
the bag. I'm at 2 book. All right, here we go. 2 book, fail by 1. So I have 1 less action.
1 less action.
And then you get a different encounter card.
All right.
Sorry.
Cursed luck. Not a big deal. Go into the game-winning play with cursed luck.
All right, so I have 2 actions. I literally could delve pass.
I just love it so much.
You have the ability to evade, right?
I do. Is there another agenda? Do we get to know that?
There is.
Okay. I would 100% delve here. Now, you could get an encounter card that runs you out of deck and kills you.
1 physical trauma?
Yeah, yeah.
Do I get to keep the experience?
You're just slithering around. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think you keep, do you get knocked? I think you get knocked out, you keep the experience.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would never succeed if you're in this game.
I mean, yeah, let's
now,
do it.
the delve will do an attack of opportunity on you.
Oh, I know. I got plenty.
Nothing but time here.
Let's do it. Let's do it. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Delve too deep.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, look at this. Beyond the Veil.
Surge.
Okay, I already have 1, so we'll get a different one.
That's not a good look.
Oh, that's fine. Passage into the Veil. Test 3 brain. So it's my 4 to its 3. It gets +2 if hunting horror is at my location. It is. So it's a 5 to 4. If I fail, I either have to discard the top 5 of my deck or take a direct damage and deal 1 damage to each of my allies.
Cool. That's fine.
We'll do
That's
that one.
fine. You've been here before.
Oh my gosh.
You did it.
I passed.
Woo!
I was just grabbing a quick token because it was like, I'm going to fail. All right. I'm taking an attack and
Twist
opportunity.
of fate. Norman's gambling again.
Let's go 1. Let's just put them both on me. Elliot says it's not called delve a bit.
Take 1 damage.
Pass it around.
Norman's close, man.
All right. I will. Now, if I try to evade this and I miss, do I take the retaliate?
No.
There's no way I can evade it.
Only if you have. Only if it has alert.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we're here now, right?
Move, and the beats.
Now that will leave me with 1 health remaining. Now I could put
you
1
got
on
allies. You
1 on
have to.
Christopher, 1 on Adam Lynch, technically, but that adds 1 to our token bag.
Ben Sweeney, Ric Flair, woo, means it's a good game.
All right, first action move.
Yep.
Second action move, take 1 and 1.
Going for that touchdown from half court.
Third action, here we go. Fingerprint kit. We're gonna add
Man,
everything we've got to
Isn't
it.
it awesome that I grabbed those 2 earlier?
It's like so meaningful, it's crazy.
I thought about not grabbing it because I was
It's
like,
so
Steven will
crazy.
just get him with the fingerprints.
7 to 3, 6, 5, 4. That is the best spread we can get.
See, I sing that song. 5309. Hit it.
Boom!
MVP. Let me read this real quick.
Give me those 2 clues.
3A, if there are no clues remaining in the exhibit hall, advance. This is 3B, the Necronomicon. At last, you find the locked case containing the Necronomicon. The tome, over 800 pages in length, is filled with all manner of macabre imagery, formulae, spells, prophecies, and descriptions of creatures from beyond the threshold of space. Without a doubt, it is a dangerous book, but its secrets could be very useful. The investigators must decide, A, it's too dangerous to keep around, we have to destroy it. Or B, it's too valuable to destroy, we have to keep it safe. Resolution 1, Resolution 2.
All right, well, let's think about what Norman Withers would do. I think he's literally reading the Necronomicon on his card. Not literally, but like it could be. It could be the Necronomicon. I'm an astronomer, right? I would be curious about the secrets in the book, I think.
I mean, you found it. What's Norman do?
But like also, you have a proclivity towards destroying things you don't understand.
Things that are trying to hurt me. It's justice. I'm doing God's work.
So, I think Norman would keep it. Norman would keep it, right?
I just have to watch out. If I start hearing you say "my precious," we have a problem. Yeah, let's keep it. It's too valuable to destroy. We have to keep it. Resolution 2.
All right. Resolution 2. Let's go.
You're the one that found it. I think if I had been the one to find it, I would burn it.
I'm in.
Because God would not be pleased. That's our character reference, by the way.
Resolution 2, 54. Join me for a little story time. The Necronomicon is more than just a book. It's a tool. Within its pages is a wealth of information about the forces and creatures you have encountered. Knowing how useful it could be in your endeavors, how could you possibly bring yourself to destroy it? Besides, as long as you keep the book safely in your possession, you will still be foiling those who wish to use it for nefarious purposes. In your campaign log, record that the investigators took custody of the Necronomicon.
Yeah. Ben makes a good point. He said, if I found it, I would definitely break the spine. That's right. You can't trust me with a book, I suppose.
Necronomicon. Okay.
Man, we got out just in time.
Done. The investigators have earned the Necronomicon card. Any one investigator may choose to add it to their deck. Let's see what it does. +1, and you can take an action to gain 2 resources. Your hand slots are full, right?
Oh, yeah. Are yours?
Yeah, I mean, I'm never going to play this. I don't think either of us will. I'll add it to my deck, though. Yeah, Daisy would absolutely wreck this thing.
It seems fine. I bet there's scenario-wise, there's reasons we'll want that.
Probably, yeah. I'll keep it in there. You have given in to the temptation of power. Add 1 gas mask to the chaos bag.
Whoops.
I'll get the gas mask.
I got you.
Gas mask. Boom.
In the bag. Here's this.
Thank you. Then, each investigator earns victory equal to the victory X of every card in the victory display.
So we have 3?
A delve and 2 victories.
Yep.
Weak.
No, wait, 3. Exhibit hall itself.
Plus the delve. So 4.
So 4. All right, I got to just lay my deck out so I can see what I want to do with it.
4 XP is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. Done. Boom.
Old man Withers.
Old man Withers.
I feel like my deck was quick in there.
We were rocking.
We were
We
swinging.
were rocking. What's Harold doing here? Where did Harold come in?
Probably the other option.
Mm.
So we're doing 2A and there's 2B technically.
2A and 2B.
What
All
up,
right.
Rob? Says, just joining. I'm opening my Keyforge while I watch. That's awesome.
So this whole thing that I'm doing is wrong, and I think I'm just gonna do it differently.
What's wrong?
So
Besides apparently everything.
the fingerprint, the protective incantation, Miss Riley sign magic is wrong. I'm gonna lay out the deck and we'll look at it.
Yeah, what happened?
It's just stringing together weird combos that aren't very good. You know,
Nailed it.
you know what I'm saying.
So anyways.
Here's your delve too. Good delve.
Yeah.
Worth
See?
it.
You see?
Absolutely worth it.
How about that? I'm going to go to the bathroom. You want anything while I'm up? I'm going to look at how I want to upgrade my deck. We'll talk about upgrade paths.
I'm just gonna drink some water, as lame as that is.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go hard.
It's
all the
Friday,
time.
you know. It's a
Yeah,
good
go
time
hard
for
all the
water. All right, let's see. That's good water. You ever just really think about it? It just is great. Every time. It's so great. Water. Don't you get it? All right, guys. So this isn't good enough. This is not good enough. Some ideas here are good, but the whole of it is just not good enough. Honestly, let me zoom in. Let's do a little deck building here. Cards that really are just not gonna do much for me. It was a fun idea. I'm just not convinced. Not convinced. If I really wanted to go there, I would take out the open gates, obviously, but we'll stick with those guys. They're too fun and unplayable. All right. So the real thing is, like, I don't think the incantation is right. I just don't. Now then again, I did have I had the money to play them, but it needs to be fast. That card needs to be fast to be good. I mean, this is just like so rare that you have a setup where both your incantations are miss and you need the sign magic. I don't think that's right. I just don't think that's right. The quantum flux is right. I guess the open gates are fine. If I were building this like with an eye towards things that really mattered, I think it would be Quantum Flux, 2 of the, what's the Mystic Investigate card? The one that I was playing in... Yeah, I know, Open Gate, it's just not good. It's so sad. I wanted it to work, it's just not good. Maybe it's like, we could stick with the same theme. If I were sticking with the same theme, I would do it 2 open gates, 2 astral travels probably, and then 1 quantum flux. Not 2 open gates, 2 of the, hold on, I'll find the card. I'll punish myself with this.
Do you need some water?
No, I've got some. I'm good. Okay, what I really think I need here is... I only get 5 level 0s, so it's worth considering here. Read the signs. Probably 2 of those. Probably 2 astral travels, honestly, if I'm being honest. Or Hypnotic Gaze, honestly. That is actually such a fun card in Norman. It's insane. That's probably it. I'm thinking of Read the Sign. So, like, basically, if I cut these guys, and I know that technically in a campaign you're not supposed to do this, but you know, we're looking for something that's actually going to work. Okay, so these are fun cards to me. Hypnotic Gaze and Astral Travel.
How many experience do we get?
We're gonna get 4, yeah. Astral Travel is tough. Discard an ally or an item? That's insane. I don't even have those things to discard.
The accessory slot's the next slot, right?
Yeah. Why did they make Astral Travel so well? Because it's bustably good. That's why. I understand.
Time Worn Brand is crazy.
Yeah, it's
I'm looking through my short stack.
It's a statically good card. She's like, this one. Everybody recognizes this is good. And then asset-wise, so I think the 2 miss is basically my arcane slots in this deck. I just don't see anything else that's useful. But I only ever want 1 out, so what's my other arcane slot? Could do alchemical transmutation. That's not bad. Oh, it only gains you 3. What? Huh. Scrying's almost good, right? Do I go with Wither?
Looking for damage?
No, I mean, anything that's going to go in an arcane slot, a level 0 arcane slot. I could just take 2 shrivelings, level 0 shrivelings, I guess. Scroll of Prophecies isn't bad here. Oh, that's a hand slot. Dang it! Yeah, Elliot, they are really nice. Fast 1-cost cards are really nice, but I think I've exhausted all of those possibilities, unfortunately. Which is a real bummer.
It's a bummer, man.
Yeah, you get Fireblaze, you get 5 Mystic level 0 cards when you start. So I'm just looking at if I had started correctly, what would that look like? It's fine. Man, you could always go Premonition. Now that's getting me somewhere right there. That's what I'm talking about right there.
What's it do?
It's the one where you get to see what token you're about to reveal. That's a good one to play off the top of the deck at all times.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe that's more appropriate.
That is nice.
I would do Enraptured, Scott, but you can't play it off the top of your deck with Norman, and that's a problem. Yes, Orsox, we did talk about the Forgotten Age having upgraded backpacks. How exciting is that?
I got some decisions to be making. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like this. Like, this is kind of weird enough for me to really enjoy. Premonition and Hypnotic Gaze. Both are fast. That works well off the top of the deck. Yeah, Hypnotic Gaze actually could be relevant for when I'm at the location with you. It's probably Wither. If I'm right though, it's probably Wither. It really is. Who said that? Somebody said that. It's probably Wither. Yeah, Anesthesia Cat. I think it is Wither. I think it really is Wither. Dang it.
Yeah, Thomas. Return of Forgotten Ages apparently is August, which means it's probably coming out that first week of August, which means we will be on like scenario 6 or 5, which is great. That's fantastic. Sleeker's saying, check out Taunt and Safeguard experience. Let me see if they're in my short stack.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into upgraded wards, so I don't want to waste my level 0 slot on something I'm gonna upgrade. So I'm not gonna upgrade Wither. Although you could come in with Norman dropping that upgraded Wither. I just don't think I have the XP for it. So maybe I will just do this. This gives me a good 1 damage swing. Use out of 4. That can take care of a lot of like annoying enemies that I would otherwise just be confounded by. All right, so I'm gonna basically just cheat here. You know,
At least you're owning it.
I don't really care about the
You know
rule.
what's not cheating? Having fun.
That's what I'm saying, Zach. So open gate, sign magic. It's just too inconsistent. It's not good. It's not good.
But now you've turned the stone over.
We wanted it to happen and it doesn't. So we're gonna go to fundies here. Premonition is always good. You know how many, I played like 1 or 2 cards off the top of my deck. I think I would always play Premonition, especially because there's a Yithian on it, isn't there? Looks Yithian-y. And I think Wither is the more appropriate arcane slot than Protective Incantation. And you know what? I'll just burn those protective. I'll waste 2 experience just to make it fair. Right? I'll make it fair. I'll make it fair.
What up, Retro Daniel? Yeah, we did. We were
So
able to
that
succeed.
becomes my level 0s, and then I've got 4 experience to spend for this scenario. So, yeah, exactly. I kept the Necronomicon. I think that gives you a free respec, right? I got the Secrets of the Universe. Everything's making sense. So now the question becomes, there are 2 really good cards for Norman here, in my opinion.
I'm listening.
2 time warps, which is the answer,
What's it do?
by the way. It's 2 time warps. 1 costs fast, so it's got Norman Withers written all over it. Immediately after an investigator at my location finishes resolving an action, you undo it. That's good protection against the tentacle there. I'm putting 2 time warps in. Who needs an open gate when you can time warp, right?
Am I right?
Am I right? Love this card. Boom. 2 time warps going in, and then I think the next thing is going to be probably 2 warder protections. And that kind of gets me there, honestly. And then after that, it's going to be the emergency caches to start getting additional supplies on my fingerprint kits.
Nice. So, you feeling good about that?
Yeah, I feel good about that change. So I burned 2 experience to kind of punish myself for building a bad deck to begin with. Swapped in the Withers and the Premonitions for Time Warp, or Open Gate, and Sign Magic. Leaving the Quantum Flux in. And then the Protective Incantations got dropped, and Time Warps are now in. So
Nice.
I think I've done it.
That seems good.
Yeah,
Seems good.
so we're here.
I like this. Tigger says, record in your campaign log. Remember that you have cheated.
You have cheated. You didn't quite do it the way it was supposed to be done.
All right, I have some questions for you on my side.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Yeah, hit me.
So, there's some important choices that need to get made.
Okay.
Like I'm at a fork in the deck building road, and it's not bad. I'm not like in reset mode. But basically, I have the upgraded Enchanted Blade, which is +2, and then if you succeed, you can spend the charge
That's so nice.
to get +1 damage, and if the blade defeats the enemy, I draw a card and heal a horror.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I didn't realize that good.
It's that good. There's also Time Ward Brand, which is insane. It's +2 and +1 damage.
Here's the thing about Time War Brand. It's just too obvious.
So
Everybody and their dog runs that card.
the main thing is that
It's like the key of yes.
there's a choice here,
It's the blade, man. Come on, be somebody.
and there's a choice between agency backup and brand. So I think the choice is get rid of it, because I'm not going to get all this.
Right. No
It's
way.
too much.
No way.
So I think if I ditch that, it's like this is my end game.
You're just trying to get beefy.
Because ultimately I want one agency backup probably in.
It's so good with calling in favors.
It's so good. Because I can like exhaust a beat cop all the way, and then I get to play this for essentially 5 from deck like that. super good. Or flip, if I get this in play, I use it up, and then I put it back in hand, and I go get a free beat cop. Like it's really good.
That's good.
So if I'm going that way, I'm not doing the AG's backup yet because I only have 4 experience. So now my next layer of choices is I can upgrade one of my blades, and I have a lot of 1 XP things that I want to get in the deck. I could also get my Relic Hunter so that I can have both the mirror and the cross out. That's lower on my list right now.
That's so hard because it's just 2 cards in the deck. You have to see
Yeah.
them both.
So that's low on the list. That's like if I have nothing to do at the very end of my experience, that's really, if I don't want to swap any cards out or something, I think that's where I end up going.
Yeah.
Another card I'm very interested in is called I've Had Worse.
I love that card.
So there's a 2
I
experience.
certainly loved it in Edward Kim.
And a 4 experience, that's right. And a 4 experience version of this thing. So the 2 experience one, they do the same thing, except the 2 experience can cancel up to 2 damage or horror, and then I gain that many resources.
That's nice.
The 4 experience one can cancel up to 5.
That's
and
just
or
so
horror.
rare.
That's my thing.
It's just so rare. I would
So,
take the 2 every time.
I
over
don't
the
think
5.
that's actually going to trigger, so that goes
Yeah.
lower on my list. Now, what I like too is I could potentially put one of these over on my stick to the plan, and I just always have a cancel 2, gain 2.
It's not. It's got to be a tactic or a what? Tactic or a
Oh,
supply?
that's right. I thought it was any card.
It'd be
over
sweet.
here. Other cards that I really like, just to get it down on the table, Mono a Mono is a 0 cost first action, deal damage to an enemy. It doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity.
If that was fast, I would play it so much.
Yeah. Well, I feel like in my deck, though, it's like I have a beat cop for a free damage. My guard dog did a free damage during the last phase, and then I'm just like, a lot of times that one last damage, if I don't have to spend attacks on it, no risk, it's no test. So it fits into the theme.
It
But
does fit into the theme. I
we'll
wish
come
it
back.
didn't take an action.
I also have Ever Vigilant, the classic.
Yeah, you swap one in there, and then you've got basically you have your turn that's like, drop the cross, drop the dog, drop the beat cop, all in a single action.
Yeah, it's
For such a good discount, too.
It is good. And then I also have, I just like this card a lot. Stand Together. And it's got spirit, so it's got the vibe. That's why I also like this I've Had Worse with Zoe, because she's got this like weird like...
Kind of a mystical thing going on, a spiritual thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Stand Together is you and another investigate your location, can draw 2 cards and gain 2 resources. That seems crazy to me.
That's good. That's so good.
Yeah, like opening with that is just like...
1 action and you're netting 4 cards, 4 resources. I mean, yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
It's absolutely nuts.
That's really it. So like I'm looking at Upgrade and Enchanted Blade just as a start. And then I have 1 left. So then like...
I mean, if you're on... See, this is where I get weird. If you got 4, why don't you just max... Why don't you put 2 I've Had Worse in there? Now, if you cancel the damage, it's not going to trigger Survival Knife or... Yeah, so it can't do it. You can't do it. It's gone. It can't even be in the deck.
That's not true.
It can't even be in the deck. Zach, it's so anti-synergistic.
But no, it's
How many
and or
times have you
horror,
deck
right?
built
So
before?
like I only have six horror. I'm gonna take a ton of enemies.
Yeah.
Eventually, we're gonna get on a scenario where there's not just one giant snake.
No, never.
Yeah.
I heard there's a giant snake on that train that we're about to do.
I assume it's gonna be a whole bunch of enemies on that train.
That dynamite might come in handy.
It's also like you get the big enemies. They're hitting you for 3. It's like if you prevent 2 of that, still take the 1 damage, and you gain 2 money. That's a fantastic card. I'm not slapping that card yet, but I'm not on the like I need 2 of these in my deck right now train either. So basically, it's like either a blade or a Stand Together, and then 1 of these cards is going in the deck.
Would you swap Ever Vigilant for Heroic Rescue? Over there on your stick to the plan.
Oh, absolutely.
What would you swap?
Not the cash or the dynamite.
Okay.
Those are just the like hold on to this cards.
I like that. I mean, I like Ever Vigilant, Cash, Dynamite.
Yeah, I do too.
Also, isn't there upgraded Dynamite Blast?
Oh yes, there definitely is. On my short list.
What does that
here.
look like? We're
It,
about to go on a train here. I feel like Dynamite.
it costs
on a
1
train.
less. It's 2 experience, 4, and then you choose either your location or a connecting location. Same thing. Deal 3 to each enemy and each investigator. Doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. This one does.
Does that deal 3 as well?
This is just cost 1 less to play and then doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. But I kind of like attacks of opportunity because the guard dog's ready to roll.
Okay, so you're not too concerned about that.
Yeah, it's ultimately I will eventually do it, but like not a priority. This is just so much better.
Enchanted Blade, Ever Vigilant?
That's kind of, I think it's either this.
This is the highest impact card you could add to your future game, because you start with it, and it literally is going to save you probably 4 actions at the start of the game, maybe 5.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
So-
and that's forever. With one experience, that's forever.
I think I'm
right?
on this train.
Yeah, let's go there. I like that. Kursaned, yes, Dynamite is the kind of card you like to have but never use. But because it's on stick to the plan, it's not clogging up your deck, it's not clogging up your hand. One scenario is probably going to matter a lot. And in that scenario, and in fact, if we had been thinking, you could have lobbed Dynamite into that snake.
For 3.
Yeah.
But I never had 5 and needed to do just 3.
Yeah. But I hadn't even considered that you had 3 damage floating at all times.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I sure did. That's what I was saying. I had a lot of money for a minute there. It was like, at any moment, I can just go crazy on this thing.
Now I'll let chat vote on this, because there's been a big contingent saying
Yeah,
that
it is.
Norman should be running stargazing, which I don't disagree with you guys at all. So here's the question. I burned those 2 protective incantations, lost the 2 experience. Now technically, if you guys want it, I'll just invest that 2 experience into those stargazing instead of just burning it. But I'll let you decide. Let's take a vote. How do you vote in chat? We need like a vote app or something.
They have it.
We have like a
It's-
widget?
I think Twitch does it. very
Yeah,
well.
Twitch is everything on interacting with people.
All right, let's see if I can upgrade this thing.
So I think that's fair. Maybe Norman should start with stargazing, right? Are you building?
I'm just going to edit mine so I can publish it and link it.
Seen a lot of do it, boys. Ryan says it's even more cheating. Oh man, it's overwhelming.
Everyone wants it.
Yeah, we should go with it. All you got to do is just assume that the game started with these 5 level 0 cards instead of open gates. It's not like those open gates did anything. You know, don't you have to think about that? It's not like they got us through the early scenarios, and it's like, well,
mean,
now that you don't need them anymore, you can drop them, and
It's sort of like you're playing with a handicap.
yeah, it's just all the 5 cards I was playing were worse.
Yeah. And it's not like they were situationally better.
Right. All right. I've justified it in my own head. In fact, you know what? I think the first 2 campaigns, we didn't even know that rule existed, and we were just changing our decks between scenarios. It's more fun. Kind of. Yeah, right, Spanner. We've already recorded that the cheating has happened, so let's go.
There's a Mystic version of Enchanted Blade. That's
There
cool.
is, and it's really cool. They're all very cool.
All right, Enchanted Blade, and what's the Ever Vigilant?
All right, stargazing. Let's go.
And what is the card? Heroic Rescue.
Why isn't this a fast card? You know what? Actually, who's listening? Who made this? Is this Matt? Matt, are you listening? You hear me? You know Norman Withers. You know Norman Withers' ability. How is this not a 1-cost fast card? Stargazing. Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me. How did you not? Right? This is a Norman Withers card. Make it 1-cost fast, and it's like, oh my gosh, perfect.
And it's suddenly really good.
It's just so great.
It's a good question.
It's just so great.
It's a not me. All right, let me grab my text from my other deck.
All right, we got to cut something then for those guys. So basically what we're saying is, and I think this is pretty clean. You start the game with these level 0s, Wither, Premonition, and Quantum Flux. And then instead of upgrading into Protective Incantation, I upgraded into Stargazing.
Nice.
I'm making a scene of it, but I can't tell you how little problem I have doing that.
I'm not going to lose any sleep.
Okay, so let's drop the vantage points, right? That's what happens here. That is a weird card. Vantage point, the ultimate vantage point is the stars. All right, boom.
But
Everybody's
you're not wrong.
satisfied. We got time warps. We got stargazing. I think this is a much more effective Norman deck now. Boom,
Publishing.
Boom, boom,
Boom.
We got a Necronomicon that gives you your free respec. We've got the Professor Warren Rice in there. Boom, ba-da, boom, ba-da, boom, boom. Open gates. Sorry, you're awful. Protective and Astral going back in.
People asking for Essex. It's coming about 2 weeks from now.
You think so? Yeah?
Choo-choo.
2 weeks?
Oh no, I got booted from chat.
You wouldn't believe what they're saying about you.
Great.
It's insane.
Is it?
This Zach fella. Do we have any different colored sleeves from black?
I have black, clear, and white.
Oh, I've got some clears here. I'll put the stars in there. Stars are right in there. Chris says we could finish it in less than an hour.
I don't believe it. At all. 0.
I can't even set up a scenario in an hour.
Remember, I'm trying to buy time. I need to get to Return to Forgotten Age
You just want
cards.
that upgrade or survival knife.
That's
don't
what I'm
you?
saying.
Yeah.
If we jam these out, it's like I'm losing my ground.
Stars are right. And does the... Right. Okay. We'll have to de-sleeve those. Okay, I'm feeling good about that deck. You're feeling good about your deck.
I'm feeling great.
All right, let's hang out for a second. Let's see. Anybody, you guys
We're
got
just
any
chatting.
questions? So, real quick, Farcom Con 2020. Check it out. Let's come up for air here. I can find. Can you look? Can you pull up a new tab and just send a link to the chat? Just register here. You can make a donation whenever you register. This is a convention that Mythos Busters, Arkham Horror Podcast, is putting on for replacing Gen Con, basically. And we're going to be kicking it off with a Thursday stream. It's like right at the end of July. It's that Thursday right at the end of July. And we're going to be playing a side scenario. We're going to take these investigators, wherever we are in the current campaign, we're going to spend the 2 experience to go to this extra scenario that they designed in 2019 called Consternation on the Constellation. If you guys haven't seen it, it's really cool. It's our first time doing community content. And basically we'll get on a boat. We'll get on a boat, and then I think all sorts of insanity will break loose.
I posted a link in the chat.
Great. So you guys can check that out. That would be super awesome. They put a lot of work into this, doing a great job with it. And then obviously we'll be there. So we're showing our support for what they're doing. And it's just a great time for the Arkham community to get together and have a good weekend. I mean, it's going to be a whole weekend of streaming Arkham and deck building sessions and playthroughs and I don't know, all sorts of stuff that they've got planned. So please check it out.
It's going to be a good time.
It'd be a lot of fun to blow up that stream up at the very beginning. Let's get 500. Let's get 1,000 people.
A bazillion.
Let's get 1,000 people. Norman's going to be on the boat. Zoe's going to be on the boat.
Are you going to be on the boat?
Are you going to be on? Are you going to be on the boat? Also, of course, we got our Carcosa boards. You guys know this by now. They're beautiful.
It's crazy to see it like that.
Yeah.
Actually,
A lot of people. If you have one of those, also, if you could hop over to our website and leave a review, that would be super helpful. A couple of you have done that.
I'm going to leave a link to that.
That's really helpful.
Reviews are, if you are using any of our products and enjoy them and haven't left a review, that's a huge thing, actually.
We don't send we probably should send the follow-up emails. We don't currently because I just want to annoy anybody. But like, I never leave reviews on stuff, right? Like I bought some soap the other day and then I'm on like this, it's like I get 3 emails about it, how it's revolutionary and leave a review and all this. It's just like, stop sending me stuff.
But it's helpful because other people, when they're looking,
It's so helpful.
read what you think about them. And that's obviously way more, I won't say valid, but like, obviously we're not objective in our assessment because we're the
Right.
ones making them.
We hate this product.
Yeah,
Awful.
It's horrible. Yeah.
It is very, very helpful, though. We would appreciate it very much. All right, Zach, you ready for the weekend?
I'm
You guys ready for the weekend?
Ready.
Who's doing what? Anybody got anything exciting planned out there while you probably can't go anywhere, or don't, or should, or maybe depending on where you're. Maybe you're in New Zealand.
Yeah, what's everyone up to?
Yes, Mark, we do ship to the UK. Ooh, Chris saying we should do a live listen of Innsmouth when it's just you. It's just you sitting here listening. Now we have officially jumped the shark on content at that point. Here's a stream of somebody listening to something.
It's like that Netflix video of Nick Offerman
Yeah.
just next to the fireplace sipping on whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe this is finally your chance to do a react video. Zach reacts to Innsmouth reading, and you're like, have you seen those videos? Those people reacting to things videos?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's too spooky for me. That's too spooky. I watch those and I'm just like, I don't think this is for me. And the internet has officially become something that I'm uncomfortable with.
Kind of jumps the shark, right?
Yeah, like the content that's popular, I'm just like, why are you yelling at me? And why am I watching somebody watching something?
Yeah.
That's like Black Mirror kind of stuff.
What could be interesting, and it would almost be like a director's commentary on a movie or something, is like, and I would be interested in this, is like, if someone was recording audio, like a podcast, while they watched something. So like, let's say I was watching Star Wars as an example, or whatever movie.
Yeah.
And it was like, if we were just sitting here watching it and discussing it as it was happening, and you could basically hit play when it starts and like sync it up, and then like you could basically be a part of that conversation as going along. It's different than like, I'm going to watch this trailer for 2 minutes and you're going to watch me react to it.
I guess I understand that. It still makes me feel
Like, okay,
weird.
Dude in Progress says Lebowski. Like, if we did an audio track that you could listen to while you're watching Lebowski because you've seen it 100 times, but it's like...
But what would we say? Just the quotes?
It's what we would say when we were like...
I don't talk during movies, Zach.
You definitely have talked during Lebowski.
I have. But I just want to watch it, right? I don't want you... Like, what am I going to add to Lebowski? It's a masterpiece. My voice isn't going to contribute to that at all.
Well, then don't do it.
Then I guess I won't put the video out. I want to say, I saw here, CD, this is amazing. CT 2001 said, you guys are the best in the hobby. Now that's just insane. I'm a content watcher since the start of the Netrunner videos. You made me like card games again after a 15 to 20 year pause because my Magic decks got stolen.
Wow.
That's awesome. Tom is saying, I bought Spycraft. You know Spycraft, right?
I own it now.
And then says,
Thank you.
will never be able to convince my friends to play it with me. So maybe you should do that solo. Evan Gassman saying, trying Flesh and Blood for the first time on Tabletop Simulator.
That's
it's
awesome.
Such a cool
Let us know what you
experience
think.
when you get in there. VTech is playing Express in the group, the one we're about to go to, the train. Chris is playing Arkham tonight and Marvel Champions this Saturday. Wow,
That
Chris.
sounds like a good weekend.
Ben Sweeney's painting this weekend. Vinatoritis, do you have a good suggestion for a solution for storing LCGs like Lord of the Rings? It's these stupid white boxes.
Steven hates these.
These, these lids, and you put them in there's
rows of boxes, yeah.
BCW, whatever.
It's not great.
I swear we will make better boxes than that.
Gets it done. Keep reading the comments.
Trismillion's getting my Doctor Strange this weekend. That's great.
Nice.
Mark Flanagan says, I've been watching for a while it may be cheaper to buy in the UK, I want to support one of the best content creators out there. Good business in my book.
You.
Well, thank you, Mark. It literally
That's awesome.
Keeps us on the air. For real. Ryan's going to be playing Doctor Strange this weekend and some Mass Mutation, rounding it out with some Flesh and Blood Blitz decks.
Wow. That's a weekend right there.
Ryan, that's an incredible weekend. We're going to play Mass Mutation next week, right?
Yep. It's on the Wednesday schedule, I believe.
Dude in Progress says Lebowski, which is just an incredible coincidence. Look at Rob Trotter's playing Star Trek Adventures RPG and hopefully some Keyforge tomorrow. Tigger Plays, I'm recording some videos of Arkham Dream Eaters tomorrow.
Nice.
Excellent. Check out that channel if you haven't already.
I don't know who said it, but someone left a comment. It's funny. It was like, how about a react video to the latest scenario announcement for Champions? That's not even a react. That's kind of a react video, I guess.
It is.
But it's not a react. Like watching someone react to, if we had a video streaming when like FFG was live to announce that, that would be a react video. Because we would be reacting to the thing that someone else is doing.
Maybe I should just do it. Maybe we should try it. NSG Prometheus rightly saying we're basically describing MST3K, which is correct. Andrew Harrison, a reaction video of me reacting to Covenant streams. I would actually be very fascinated with that just from a marketing standpoint.
Study it. Study people, how they react to things.
Scott Parbury's finishing Dream Eaters today. Awesome. That last one's going to be great. Gary just got the blob. They did everything from us.
Nice.
Playing it for the first time this weekend.
Let us know how that goes. I'm curious. It's a scenario in our potential side scenario queue in case Return to Forgotten Age doesn't get here fast enough.
Sony K is lake kayaking with my dog this weekend. You got a touring kayak?
Nice.
Hopefully. Do you spray skirt in or do you sit on top? That's the ultimate question, isn't it? Inflatable or rigid?
Whoa.
Elliot's wrapping up a 7-month-long D&D campaign this Sunday.
Wow. Enjoy. Lean into that. That's an amazing commitment and resolution.
Nick's doing Arkham today and all weekend. Awesome, guys. Steve Stratton's painting Guardian of the Galaxy figures.
Nice.
Neon's playing Keyforge with his dad, his or her dad, I should say.
That's really
Apologize.
cool.
Thomas also going to print some demo decks from Doomtown and L5R and other games to force my friends to play because I'm a good friend. Orsox is rioting at the coffee dealer tomorrow because the order wasn't sent from Tuesday.
Oh, perfect.
You gotta have coffee. Come on.
That could end the universe.
You gotta have coffee. And I think that's Joshua's doing the first playthrough of City of Archives tonight. You remember that one, right?
Run as fast as you can.
That one made us feel weird. Sony saying inflatable, not doing anything too intense, just looking to relax and recharge. Very cool. Those inflatables are really nice. If the FAB order comes in for Dan,
He's playing it.
he'll be FAB in. All right, guys. Well,
If
hey,
not, he
that
can
sounds
dream
like
of
a
it.
lot of great weekends up ahead. If you don't have a great weekend coming up, well, watch some content, study up on some games. I don't know. What do you say?
Just have a good weekend.
What's the thing Hulk Hogan says? Kiss your children.
Eat your vitamins and say your
Eat
prayers.
your vitamins and say your prayers. That's right. If nothing else, do that this weekend. Take care, guys. Zach's going to take you out here. And I won't see you for another couple of weeks. And then we'll come back in on the train.
Well, you'll be here Monday through Wednesday, just not on the Arkham.
I don't know if the Arkham folks visit us any other. Some of them do. I've seen them many times.
That's right. As Steven said, it was great having you all here. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Thank you all for being here. You're the best. We'll catch you guys next week.